Today we are talking about figuring out 20s.
If there is a gap in the market, you can identify those patterns, and if you can act fast to ship, I think you can do wonders in your life.
What helped me, I say in the beginning, was I found a lot of communities that made me believe, okay, this is possible. Try finding communities into things you're enthusiastic about.
So college was one stress-free era, whereas like, bro, you do whatever the fuck you want.
You have a cheeky smile when you say fun in college.
A lot of people say, bro, you should not give up, never give up. I think that's a stupid advice.
There was an experiment done in which you keep a frog in a pan which is not boiling. It's just like room temperature water. And you keep heating it up little by little. And the frog, it doesn't get out. And it dies. It gets boiled. It gets cooked.
If you're 16, 17, 18, learn how to tell stories.
How did you improve your communication?
What I have done the most in my life is I copied, I steal. Every form of art, even speaking, comes from you trying to mimic what already exists.
How did you make your first dollar or rupee on the internet? What do they get out of Twitter?
A lot of opportunity.
Exactly, like you said, it's the fastest way to learn what's going on in the world.
I think Raj Shamani started making videos about you should work like lion and all that stuff. But Naval Ravikant obviously spoke about it like much earlier.
Jensen Huang does not wear a watch. So someone asked him why. And he says that because the most important time is now.
Wow.
That's it.
Your excitement to make 1 crore, 2 crores, get like a fancy ass car, it'll only be there until you have that money in the bank. Once you know that you can buy 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 of these, it's not as shiny anymore.
I love pdf.com and all that. So much of that you can now just do locally by asking Claude.
Exactly.
Having a crush on someone out of our league pushes us to work more harder.
Favorite city was New York because bachpan se I used to watch Spider-Man, and also it was a different joy to see that in real life.
Yeah, I think everyone should be dating. Date as much as possible and like figure out, forget about the person. You'll just learn so much about yourself.
I imagine the world as like a video game, and it's like the world is your map and you have
Clash of Clans, but really.
something like that, right?
Do you think in 20s, New York is the best place to travel? So today we are talking about figuring out 20s. Now, I'm sure, so I'm 24, Priyam is 24, and you are 25. So this is not like a advice type of a video. It's more about perspective. So people who are watching this can just learn about how we think about our life, about our career decisions, about money, about lifestyle, about learning different skills, and then they can, carve their own path. But we'll start with some intros, right? So Tharun, everyone knows you, but how do you define yourself today? If someone asks, who is Tharun Speaks anyway?
First, I go blank because there's actually a lot of things which keep happening. But if I just have to tell it in like one line, I am Tharun and I create content which mostly helps students who are in India to get a perspective about what is happening in their career, in their life, and how do they take good decisions. So my goal on the internet is to help 16, 17, 18, 20, 24-year-old, even both of you, to see life in a way where you live your life based upon a lot of data, right? It's not like random set of decisions that you take. So my goal through my content is to motivate people, is to inspire people, is to tell them what is possible and what is not possible. Because I feel when I was 18, if I had like a elder brother who was able to guide me, I would have done much more better in my life. So my goal for now is to help students. So that's why I make content. And one part of it is also teaching, because I see a lot of opportunities in the content creation space, a lot of these spaces, where I come from South India, right? And especially in South India, what happens is that a lot of parents still look at content creation, video editing, the creative space as something only failures would do. But if you see the real life, right? A content creator, if done well, can make much more money. In fact, more money in just 1 month when compared to, a lot of jobs.
Along with the impact and the respect and the fame that creates.
So when my goal is not just to help these students, but also tell parents that there exists a world which is outside their view.
Right.
So that's why I started the video editing cohort. And it eventually ended up being not just a video editing cohort, where it's like we teach content creation, video editing, design. We also do some kind of AI stuff in that. Right. So, and then, eventually what happened is I became this agency guy on the internet because I've been doing content creation and the organic distribution and stuff for almost like 6-7 years now. So a lot of brands started approaching me, and eventually I got into the agency space, not because I wanted to do it, but then a lot of these brands wanted help. So it's initially started like me doing a job at an academy or Vedantu as a growth head, right? And then eventually ended up being me consulting a lot of startups. And then it ended up being like, Tharun also runs an agency,
right,
where he's helping brands to figure out content creation, social media and stuff. So I don't know how to, tag this.
Right.
Should I call myself a content creator? Probably. Should I call myself an agency owner? Probably. Should I call myself an entrepreneur or just an educator who's trying to teach students? But the vision that I have is very simple. Like, I am just a guy on the internet who wants to help you.
right.
So
I think you are above everything a storyteller. That's the first impact I had when I watched your very first video, I think in 2021. And you've taught people storytelling through the means of video editing. And then you also helped companies tell better stories through the videos that you create for them in your agency. And I think there's a lot to unpack over there. He also said that at 18, he thought that he could do better already after getting into an IIT. Yeah. We'll chat about that.
correct.
Priyam, how would you introduce yourself to people who are watching this video? We've already had Priyam on the podcast once before, but there's a lot of new stuff in his life as well.
Absolutely. There's been so many things lately. So I'm Priyam Raj. Right now, I'm known for founding VidAI. So Vid.ai is this SaaS which helps you generate AI videos that go viral on the internet. So one of those videos that you see where there's like a Subway Surfers gameplay on the bottom, something on the top. We have done billions of views online.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, the way I would define myself is I'm just someone who, since for the past 10 years, have been trying to build, random stuff for the internet. Like once I built this thing called timenight.com, which let you see how much time is there left for the next fortnight season. And once I also built this thing that lets you see T-Series versus PewDiePie back in the day. So I'm always building random stuff online, and this is what I do primarily, right?
Yeah.
Also, I lately was in the news for trying to rent Vijay Mallya's house.
We'll chat about that. So for context, we are all currently in Bangalore. We all live in Bangalore. And so hence the Vijay Mallya context.
Yeah.
But basically, you started with building Morise,
Yes.
which was a YouTube tool for people who are like creators or running a channel.
Right. This was pre-GPT. So what I tried to do was, in the YouTube space, there were only two helpful things out there, like vidIQ and TubeBuddy. So I really wanted to touch that market, create something that would help creators, because, creators have been like rising since since internet begun basically, right? So I built Morise.ai as an idea generator tool where you can just enter a channel's URL and it's going to show you the next potential video ideas for that channel. And it worked well. I made a couple tweets about this. YouTubers like Sidemen retweeted.
Wow.
And they were like, this is magic. And that's when it took off. I sold it 2 years later. Like, there's a lot of stuff to talk about in between, but I sold it eventually. It got acquired for an amount that changed my life basically. And ever since then,
Over 6 figures.
Yeah, for 6
That's
figures.
dollars and not rupees.
For dollars, yes.
If I can cut, that's when he upgraded from normal water
Bro,
to sparkling water.
Yeah, Perrier, the sparkling water guy. No, but I really saw like a video in which some finance influencer was saying how to become financially independent. And he was saying you can get 6 figures, and at the end it was just like rupees, like 10 lakhs. How to get to 10 lakhs? That's what 6 figures was for
Oh my God.
But yeah, so you sold Morise
Yes.
for over 6 figures. That was the biggest point of your life 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And then you started working on VidAI.
Yes.
What is VidAI?
So VidAI again is a SaaS, software as a service, that lets you generate videos through AI. You just put in a prompt, say like, top 10 facts about London. What it's going to do is it's going to make a script about it. It's going to, you can choose templates, like if you want to have stock videos in there. So it's going to come up with a whole video for you. It's going to generate the whole video for you that can potentially go viral. So we study a lot of viral videos on the internet.
Yeah.
We try to replicate that in a pattern that can again go viral, right? That is what we do.
So we have a wide variety of things to cover, right? So you built a tool, sold it, and you are in this like mindset of how do I build a product,
Right.
launch it, get traction, and then sell it, or potentially just run it as a passive income source.
For sure.
You've built your content library, plus you've taught people as a teacher. So you've run a course as well, and then you're doing an agency. I have also run an agency, and I've worked with a lot of brands for lots of different campaigns. So there's a lot of things that we can all talk about. But I want to first start with the most important thing, and that is the skills. Priyam, what do you think is the most important skill that you have right now?
Well, I think I keep a track of what's going on in the tech world a lot in terms of coding. So, for example, this industry changes a lot. You cannot just go out there tomorrow and learn what people are telling you in terms of coding. Like, let's say there's something called next.js. You can use that to build SaaS stuff. But you must keep a track of what's changing in the world, because tomorrow it can be obsolete. And I feel like my skill right now would be to keep a track with everything, be rapidly changing. Say tomorrow something like Claude Code comes up. I get on it. I try to learn it as fast as possible so that, I'm ahead of the race and all. So I think this is something I do lately.
What about you, Tharun?
So I majorly have, I think, this is what I think, have three skills. The first one is pattern recognition. For example, what is going on in the market, as you rightly said, has something like this happened in the past? What is going to, pick up in the next 5 years, 3 years, 4 years? I'll tell you an example. When I started content, I did not start it out of, it's not a luck, or it's not something I was like, okay, this is what I have to do right now. I was watching a lot of college content creators based around US, UK and stuff. Kelly Wakasa, there were like a lot
I love
of
his editing, bro.
Yeah, Kelly Wakasa was there, Ila Choi was there. So there were a lot of these people. And then there was Ali Abdal, right? And what I can see is like content is not something very random. It can be planned, right? And there's a lot of potential. It can also lead to becoming a complete career on its own. So I used to watch a lot of these videos.
This is 2020.
This is 2020, before I started content.
Right.
So then I realized that India doesn't have, college content creators. I mean, obviously there were a lot of people on the internet speaking about how to crack JEE, how to do it,
Yeah.
all that thing. But there was no one who's documenting their journey.
Right.
Right.
Here's what a weekend at my campus looks like.
Yes. So that was very, very, almost inexistential back then. So I was like, there is a gap in the market here.
Right.
So it's just like every piece of content that you make is also indirectly you choosing what is a gap in the market, right? Are there enough number of people searching for it? Is there enough traction for this? And then you go out and be like, for a product, you'll have to wait, build it for 6 months, 1 year, something.
Right.
For a video, it's completely different. You can probably ship it in a day, right? So that was the
If you do a 18-hour work day and sleep for 3 hours. Oh my God.
So identifying the gaps in the market, looking out for what are the opportunities, and then comes the next layer, as you rightly pointed out. Like, can you work hard enough to ship it the fastest? Because speed is very, very important. So I've seen this for like 2 months, 3 months, and I was like, before that, I've never made videos. I mean, I've edited videos, but then I've never made like a content, So that was like, chalo, 1 month I've learned it. Next month I've already started making videos.
Yeah.
So my shift, like the rate, the speed that I shift from one business to the other business, if you want to call it a business, is like very, very high. Right? So
you're not afraid of trying new business ideas.
Not at
just
all.
experimenting and seeing what sticks.
Correct. So even with the content thing, I did content, then I started the brand deals and stuff. Then I started teaching, I started tutoring at an academy. Then I did a job. Then, just the video editing agency, the boring edit.
Right.
Then the cohort. Then now the entire social media marketing, not just video editing.
The agency part.
Yes. So if there is a gap in the market, if you can identify those patterns and if you can act fast to ship, I think you can do wonders in your life.
Right.
Right. So yeah, these are two of my biggest skill sets. Like
I think the mindsets that you both have are like poles apart in terms of you figuring out content and then building a business, and then you figuring out code, understanding what is a new technology that you can leverage, like GPT you used for Rise,
Right.
and then vid AI you're using a video generation model to build it on. You did not make content.
Well, I've experimented. If you count Twitter, I tweet a lot.
Twitter is the real like place. Never talk to you about it as well. Why are you not on Twitter?
I was banned. I was banned like
That's crazy.
I was banned like 2 years ago, and I was like, I made one more account, and I was banned again.
Oh damn.
Oh, so this was before it was X.
Yeah, this was before it was X.
Yeah.
I think this was a
And
transition
now Twitter
period.
is your ex.
But I don't know why though. Like, and after that, I was like, chalo abhi, no point.
But you never got into like creating mainstream content like on Instagram or on YouTube.
Well, I've always experimented again. Back in 2020, COVID era, I did try making gaming videos and all, like latest games and all. I did reach 23K subscribers on YouTube. That is something I tried. But then, this is what wanted me to do more eyes, because I was like, hey, as a YouTuber, I don't have many resources to use. So I was like, let's do this. And I really enjoyed the idea of the passiveness there, because I was in so much stress keeping up with game news, like, oh, tomorrow if GTA 6, some leak comes out, I have to make a video. So this is something I struggled with. And I really wanted to have something more passive in which I can, sit down and code it and then give it to the internet and see if they like it, and that sort of perspective. So yeah.
I think it's same. It's similar but not same. So I go distribution first and then figure out a product or a service. He does it reverse. He does the product first and then figures out the distribution.
Right.
I guess, yes, absolutely.
And neither of you are right or wrong. It's just what people want to take away from this.
Yeah.
Now, while we'll talk about like how did you do this or how did you get banned, first tell me what was Tharun doing in his life when you were 16, 17? So before 20s.
16, 17.
Prepping for
yeah.
IITJ?
Preparing for IITJ and all that stuff. So
You think that was worth it? Time well spent?
I think the college was a great time because I met a lot of friends over there. I also had like really good experiences. So college was one stress-free era, whereas like, bro, you do whatever the fuck you want.
You have a cheeky smile when you say fun in college. what was that?
So it's like you can do whatever the fuck you want. You fail multiple times. You try out a lot of stuff, but you'll still be fine because all you have to do is pass a couple of exams, which you can probably do by preparing like 1 or 2 days. So rest of the time is just free for you to build multiple things, go out, have a lot of trips. And
But
all
did your
that stuff.
parents like force you ki like IIT hi dream hai, yahi karo?
Not like force, but then this is kind of true for all the South Indian students. I guess you also have like considerable of. I think it also goes to a lot of North Indian students as well, but especially in South India, the pressure that you have to crack these exams is massive because most of the students over there, they come from, every student comes from a middle class family or whatever it is, but then the parent, like most of the parents look at success like, okay, you have to crack this exam and that is how you're successful, right? So that was definitely there because, and I can't even blame my parents because even they come from a circle. Like
that
their
was the
friends,
only path that they knew to
Yes.
exit from
Correct.
this way of life.
So that pressure was there, obviously.
To prepare for IIT JEE and get into an IIT.
Yes, that was definitely there.
Did you go for a coaching or anything
Yeah,
like
I went
that?
for the coaching and all that stuff. But then if I speak about coaching, it'll be, it'll be controversial. We'll clip this off. But yeah, I went for the coaching and then, so it's usually like, there are like Sri Chaitanya, Narayana, whatever you take. It's just one building.
Right.
Right. Your classes are in the ground floor. First floor is where you sleep. Third floor is where you have your food.
Right.
So it's like 2 years. Once or twice you're allowed to go home. That too for like summers for like 3-4 days. But rest of the time you're basically going from one floor to the other. There's no sports. There's nothing. There's no like dummy school and all. How the how it exists in like Kota and other places where you have to go to a school but then also have to go to coaching, right? Here it's integrated. So it's more rigorous. It's like you're going down, going up, and coming back down. So that was my 2 years.
Yeah. 11 and 12th.
11 and 12th. But when I first came to college, I
So
felt
you were like
a-
properly focused. IIT JEE, exams, no girls, focus.
there are no girls in the campus.
Oh shit.
So a lot of South Indians also struggle with a lot of communication and all that stuff because of these things. It's like parents, institutes, all of these people, they force you to just lock in for one thing.
Yeah.
There's no focus on communication. There's no focus on anything else. Most of the class 11, 12 colleges, like we call them colleges, you call them school and coaching.
Right.
But it's majorly focused on just cracking the exam, right? So there are no girls in the campus. You go from one floor to the other floor. You do that
But
for like
where
2
did all the
years.
girls go? What are they doing?
They are in girls' campus.
Okay. It's not co-ed.
It's not good. So yeah, I think that is how it looks like. And when I first came to college, that was the first time I started having like real interaction with opposite gender. And I was also very struggling with the way that I communicate. Now I speak a lot. I can at least try to manage in front of a lot of people. But then back then it was like, if you just come in front of me and start speaking to me, I'll have to spend at least 1-2 minutes to think about what did he say? What should I say? What is a good thing to say? What's a bad thing to say? If I say this, will he be offended? There's a million questions and all of this is actually overthinking.
Was that because you had fewer friends?
There are no friends in
15
coaching.
to 17?
There are no friends in
There was no
coaching.
time for
They were
that,
giving
right?
absolutes. No girls, no friends.
There was no friends in coaching because what happens is like when you're in a campus where there are only like 60 to 100 students, what happens is like and every week you have an exam, right? So the guy who comes to you and speaks to you very nicely, he'll go to the notice board and he'll look at the results and be like, oh fuck, this guy is on the top, I'm not. And then he'll stop speaking to you. So the competition is so cutthroat, not in the real world, but in the campus. That most of the people that you want to be friends with, they're just snakes.
No, it's very interesting to get a South Indian perspective on this because I'm from Devgarh, Jharkhand, and even I prepared for JEE. Like I even took a drop year back in the day.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Did you?
No.
So at least it looked like I was preparing, but in the back of things, I was just trying internet stuff. Once again, I was building random websites, making money through AdSense.
And you had girls in your campus.
Well, I did. Lucky for me, yes, I did.
Tech bro with Lambos and girls.
Yeah, so back in the day, I wasn't a tech bro. I was just a silent kid in the school. I used to talk about Marvel movies. Back then, Avengers Endgame was coming out, right? So yeah, it was such a fun time, right? I had a normal school. Like we had to go pure din, come back at like 4 p.m. Right, but I can
This is
relate
11th
with
and 12th, you're saying?
Yeah, 11th and 12th. So I can relate with what you're saying because, friends back in the day, they would compete so much in terms of, okay, this guy has gotten more marks. Like, right, that would create conflicts and all. So yeah.
But did you also really want to get into an IIT? Like family say and like your own mindset?
Yeah, so my older brother went to NIT and as you said, it's like we cannot even blame them for having such an expectation because it has worked out really great in the past for my relatives and all. So yeah, it was something that was expected for sure because I was into computers and all. So everyone was like, yeah, this is a good thing to do if you want to pursue computer science. Just go to an IIT, pursue computer science. So yeah, it made sense even for myself. It made sense because I was already into coding and all since school. But yeah, for me, I just really wanted to, ever since back then, just figure out some product. Like I've always wanted to create a product. I've been really inspired by, Mark Zuckerberg and all who built this thing. And then, this is their everything. I wanted to build and even to this day, I want to create my own Facebook. Like I am trying to, everything I've been building, it's like all of this these are my stairs to make me reach to my Facebook, Like I don't want to be forever the VidAI guy, right? So everything I've been doing is because I want to reach to my thing. And I don't know what it is yet, but that's the beauty, right? I'm so excited. And yeah.
So that's like your role model, Mark Zuckerberg?
Yes, for sure.
Do
At
you like
least
the
his
social
coding side.
network
right?
movie?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice movie, right?
I feel, again, completely different perspective. I did not have internet until I went to college.
Oh, and you did.
Luckily I did, because my brother was in college and I used to, steal his
And
Tata
what
Photo
college
One
did you
Plus
get
thing.
into finally?
I went to BIT Mesra. It's in Ranchi. And
Oh,
I
I've
studied
been there. I gave a talk there.
Oh,
It's a
really?
beautiful campus.
Okay, wow.
It's
I'm glad you
Like
were
the
in my
campus.
college. Wow.
You didn't like the campus? The
No,
greenery,
it was pretty fun. It was fun for
the
sure.
trees. I mean.
For sure. Yeah, it was super natural. It was remote and all. So, yeah.
So
But how was that feeling when you realized that you got into an IIT? That your 2 years of hard work and no connection to the internet and girls paid off?
to be very honest, the beginning days, like the starting 2-3 months,
Tell me about the time when you got the result, when you clicked on the button and it searched and then it showed you.
Um, it was not so pleasant, to be honest, because again,
like, भाई ये तो मेरी line चोरी कर दी.
No, I'm very nostalgic right now.
yeah, but honestly, because like especially with almost all the exams,
Yeah.
most of the people, the exams keep you in the guilt
Hmm.
because you expect something else
Hmm.
and you get something else. You're like, ठीक है, हो गया, चलो, we'll do something else now.
Hmm.
So that was my exact reaction.
Forever in that chain of like, what's next?
Yeah. So that is how I felt. I was like, so it was okay. I was like, ठीक है, चलो. Now I have to do something else in my life.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is how it was.
Wow, that's very stoic of you.
Not really, because my parents, the family, and everyone were happy. But then I think the expectation that you have for an outcome, especially you yourself keeping an expectation, that disappoints the most.
Hmm.
Like your family, relatives, friends, all of these people come next. But if you really wanted something and you did not get it, you'll feel bad. You'll feel really bad.
I relate with
Right.
that a lot because the day when I gave my JEE advanced exam, I just knew it ki I have messed it up, and that was the worst day of my life till that point, and I could not see a life after that without an IIT in my resume, and I just did not know what to do next. I feel like you would get these messages, right, from students saying कि मेरा नहीं हुआ
Yeah.
JEE advanced, मैं
Correct.
क्या करूँ life में, and it's such a major thing for people who are watching this. I think they will live their 20s with this small regret in their mind कि अगर हो जाता तो फिर क्या होता.
But luckily now you don't need a resume.
Now I don't need it. Now IITs come and work with me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because honestly, as a 18-year-old, you're told that IIT, or probably if you're preparing for AIMS, right, NEET, your success metric is these 2 exams. Because you don't know that these are not success. Like, this is not the end. This is one of the good pathways to be successful in life.
It is one catalyst among many.
You can call it a catalyst, you can call it a road, you can call it one of the best roads, a stepping stone, whatever. If you get in, obviously it's a good part. But I know a lot of people who don't get into good colleges but still end up doing really well. Because what I see is especially when you're young, a lot of time goes into figuring out where do I fit the best. And some people are very lucky because since their childhood, because of their upbringing and all that stuff, they get to try a lot of things, right? When they're 6-year-old, not 6th class, 7th class, class 11, 12. So I think a lot of your younger part is about trying out a lot of stuff and seeing where do you fit the most. You're very lucky that you've actually found coding, building products.
Right.
This is your calling. People say in philosophy, people say this is your calling. You need to find what your calling is and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Do you think coding is your calling?
Well, at least back then it was. I like the end result, which is running
Money.
a product. Money, of course. Money is great. For sure, money is great too. But just the idea of running a product, it's it's my own thing that people are using. That excites me the most. Wow, I built this and people are giving feedbacks about it. So yeah, that is something that was my calling, I would say. Not the process. because this is something that can be delegated, right? I can always have a coder who can do this for me, but I always enjoyed the idea of this. And I feel, as you said, like being 16, 17 and trying a lot of things, back then we had so many less responsibilities. Like even today, I would say I don't have many responsibilities, as in like I don't have a wife or a child, right? So we can afford to experiment a lot, I would say, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that.
But for people who are watching this, who have not yet gotten into their 20s, they're trying to get into college, they're trying to start their life, get their first bit of independence. What do you think they need to know in 2026, Priyam?
In terms of?
What is something that you would tell them?
So I would tell them to experiment a lot. Like again, just like how I did, I tried to do a lot of things back in the day, like try content creation, try coding and all. Because there are so many resources to this day. Like if you want to learn, let's say video editing, you can find some great courses, free lessons even on YouTube and all. So I would ask people to experiment a lot. I would ask people to, I would say, create more. Like maybe try getting active on Twitter, trying to find your, hive space. Because what helped me, I say in the beginning, was I found a lot of communities that made me believe, okay, this is possible. So try finding communities into things you're enthusiastic about. Say, again, like me, if you're into coding, try finding Twitter or even, subreddits in which people are actually doing it and seeing screenshots like, wow, this guy made $2,000, they're sharing their Stripe screenshot. That is so motivating. So yeah, I would ask people to do that.
Yeah.
Money is the motivation, is what I'm saying.
For sure.
Yeah. Whenever we say money is the motivation, he keeps touching his sparkling water.
For sure.
So yeah, I just, wanted to build a PC or buy PS5. All that stuff was accessible only through money, right? And so definitely, I think money was a huge motivation point.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
Tharun, what would you tell them if someone is 18, they're getting into college? What is one thing that they need to know in today's world?
I think the first thing is what he covered, which is like you have to try multiple things, try doing multiple things. Because there'll be two types of people who are watching this right now. One who already had access to everything, access to knowledge, access to everything. And they might have already tried doing a lot of stuff. So for them, and if they might have been trying a lot of stuff but still did not make progress in anything, I think in that case, they should be trying to build something and have like deadlines for it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out well, you should just discard it and try to build the next big thing. Try to build the next big thing. So for people who had the access, knowledge and all that stuff and were still not able to do something, I think a lot of people say like, bro, you should not give up, never give up. I think that's a stupid advice. Because as much as not giving up is a great thing, you should also know when to give up. Like when to give up is such a big factor.
I think it is that frog in a frying pan experiment. So like there was an experiment done in which you keep a frog in a pan which is not boiling. It's just like room temperature water. And you keep heating it up little by little. And the frog doesn't stay out. It doesn't get out.
I see.
And it dies. It gets boiled. It gets cooked.
So
Because it did not know when to quit.
So I feel like I've also coded for like multiple years, almost 1.5 years when I was just doing coding, trying to build things, trying to do DSA, a lot of DSA. There are like multiple platforms, bro. Like the 20-30 platforms that you can lead code. There's 20, right? And all my friends in college, they were just doing it. And me being a mechanical engineering graduate, even I had to code because everyone said software is the only place where most of the people get placed. Right. Even in IITs, like when I tell it out loud, I also made a lot of videos about why mechanical engineering is not good for you. Right. Because I completely believe that there's a lot of supply in the market, but demand for mechanical engineers is very low. And especially if you're not someone studying in like a great college, if you're not very passionate about it, then you'll not stand a chance and you'll not get a job. Right. So you need to understand the demand supply game over there. And coming back, and also very funny story. I quit coding when I was in third year, when I started content, right? Because I tried it out for 1 year, did a couple of internships. Even though I was like, I am making progress on it, but probably this is not something that I'm loving.
And this is pre-ChatGPT or around the time of ChatGPT.
This was pre-ChatGPT.
Okay.
So I was like, let's just stop it. That was the time I was like, bro, never give up. No, fuck that advice. I should give up.
Yeah. Don't be that frog.
So that was the time I was like, chalo, abhi kuch aur try karte hain. Marketing.
But you were
sales.
bored by coding, you were saying.
Not bored, but then wo maza nahi aa raha tha. Like I can sit and code for 2-3 hours every day, do like 5-6 problems, show all the green markers on my
So you mean
Right.
cumulative coding when you say coding.
CP, yeah.
And not building
Not building
websites or apps.
I see.
Especially in college, what happens is like in IITs, back in 2019, the hype around CP was much higher than
Than it
actually
is today.
building products
Okay.
or building something new. So
Because the hype was all about getting a job, and getting a job is about acing the interview.
Yeah.
And
Right.
interview mein they'll ask you some problem solving statement,
correct.
which you will get better at when you solve
Do the
those
CP.
CP problems. But the real software development
Mhm.
is about building stuff.
Yeah.
But you chose that path
Exactly.
of learning how to build apps, building websites
Yes.
without AI.
Yes. So I started.
Pre-AI.
Yeah, it's a interesting flex now because people just like put it in their bio, pre-GPT developer. That's what they're saying.
That's insane.
Yeah, so yeah, I started before ChatGPT was a thing,
Right.
and again I just enjoyed
How old are you, bro? It's like
I'm-
ages ago.
yeah, I think I started when I was 15 or 16. So I'm 24 now, so it's been like a decade now, which
Yeah.
is crazy to think. So yeah, I'm guessing you were doing things like lead code and all, right?
Yeah.
You never did that.
No, all of my friends were doing that, but also it depends on the country too. So in India, it's like so heavily focused on competitive programming
Yeah.
to get hired, but in USA and all, like oftentimes they do hire you through your projects, what you built and all.
You can even be like a great front-end engineer and they would like hire you. This is pre-GPT.
True,
Abhi
true.
pata nahi kya
Abhi
hoga.
to-
Abhi to front-end is
Yeah,
So it was more of these platforms called InterviewBit.
Right.
So that they used to have like a set of some problems, and if you solve them, then they'll be like, bro, you'll get into FANG now. So that was how the hype was.
Yeah.
But then I knew like this is not something that I'm enjoying on a daily basis.
Mm.
So let me try out something else. That's where it shifted towards marketing. That's where I was like, chalo, I'll just consume a lot of content right now. And I started watching a lot of YouTube. I was like, chalo.
That's a fancy way of saying you will just brain rot and like you will doom scroll.
You're not wrong. But then back then, shorts was not a thing. Like,
Yes.
it's like you had the ability to choose the content that you're watching.
Yeah.
Right, more control.
More
Because
control.
now we are like just thrown content to us, right?
Bro,
And-
there is a button. So you go into the settings of Instagram
Auto
and you
scrolls.
can enable auto scroll. It's so weird. And it'll just scroll for you. So you could be having food and scrolling automatically.
Exactly. It was auto-enabled this one day. Even I was shocked. Like, what the hell is this? And I'm seeing a lot of VidAI reels too. So I was like,
Very happy.
wow.
So you can tell that this is made by VidAI.
Yes, I mean a lot of times because there are so many similar SaaS tools as well. But I can mostly guess. Okay, this was probably made through my code, which is like. Which makes me feel so happy. Like this is again, I'm coming back to the whole thing. Like this is what I enjoy seeing, right? So yeah.
I guess my dopamine is also something very similar. Initially, it used to be, how many people are like, Tharun, this was very helpful and all these messages. But now I get DMs like, Tharun, I've started this. I've watched your content. I got into the cohort. Now I'm making 50,000 rupees a month. I'm making 2 lakh rupees a
I
month.
I get that message. People say that I watched your video and I bought my first MacBook, or I just got my first job and I gave that money to my parents. And I think that's the best feeling ever.
That is like, that. I think that really, makes you feel like.
And the crazy part is you could be making a video today which someone can watch 2 years later, and then they'll tell you 5 years later that Ishan, I watched that video and I started this whole career and all of this happened.
That is my dopamine hit whenever
Yeah.
someone sends me a message like that. So
I feel like in today's age, everyone is lacking this one skill, and that is the ability to focus. Right? Like you should try multiple things. You should also quit when the time is right. But when you are doing one thing, you should just like put your head down and just learn everything that is about in that topic. and just go all in with that. Like there's so many people who learn to code today with AI,
Right.
and they'll just keep prompting Claude code to build this, fix this, but they would never go a layer deeper. They would
Exactly.
never go into the actual code and try to understand what are like states and like classes and everything.
Right, it's such a different world compared to like 2 years, 3 years ago even.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get even more easier. I'm like doubting if coding will even exist. People will just someday prompt things and that will be it. Vibe coding.
Yeah.
Do you
It's-
know we can even prompt video edits now?
Yeah. Like
There is a thing called Remotion on Claude Code,
Correct.
which you've tried it?
Yes, so Remotion is the back end of VidAI too. We use yes, we
Right?
use that.
I own that shit.
So yeah, Remotion is very cool. It
Correct.
lets you like interact with videos, MP4s
Yeah.
programmatically. So it's like super cool.
It's all HTML at the end of the day. Who knew HTML was that cool?
So again, I think the layer here is not the tool, because tools can be learned very fast. Tools will also get changed in like 2 years, 3 years. But what you again have to get back to is like, is there a gap in the market that I can tap in? Like, what was the pattern before? So that's why I keep telling
How do
this
you
a
know
lot.
if there is a gap in the market for people who want to figure out something, a business idea? How do you tell that this is the business idea I should build?
Yeah. So first thing is like, I think even before you finalize a business idea, you first need to do the basic market research, right? So let's talk about a very simple tool called Frame.io.
Right.
Right. What it does is you can give some kind of imagine you have a video editor and you want to give him changes. Before Frame.io has existed, you'll have to manually do it. You'll be like, this is a timestamp, bro, change this thing. But with scale, what happens is like, what if there was a tool where you can just upload the video and you can add comments on a time, like on a particular time? Will this solve a problem? Doesn't need to be like life changing, right? It's not like you're getting into politics and doing some big change. Not needed. Like very simple problem, very, very niched. Is it useful for the customers? And how many customers or how many people actually face this problem? So is there scale? Is it an actual problem? Is there scale to it? And then comes the next layer, which is like, can we actually build something to solve this? So
True.
this is how I would look at something. First, see if there's a problem. Then see if the problem is big enough for you to solve. And then probably, can you build it? And then comes the layer, like, if you can build it, how much can I charge for it?
Yeah.
So it's very simple like this.
But how do you tell that this will not be disrupted tomorrow by Claude? Like, am I just building a Claude connector?
Probably, I think a lot of big companies also die because of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really predict future, but you can always optimize your next
Like my friend used
steps.
to think that so ChatGPT would never partner with Meta. So he built basically AI in WhatsApp.
I
So
see.
you can have a chat with them on WhatsApp, and it worked very well until ChatGPT launched on Meta.
Yeah.
And now there's like a connector and like whole things are happening, and like every tool that I have thought of building is now just a plugin or a connector or a .md skill on Claude.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, for how defensible is this idea? Like, it's just a matter of days that people start learning about this new update. It trickles from just the sides of Twitter to YouTube and then in the hands of people, and people are using that without spending money. So my idea for that app might just be disrupted overnight.
But especially with AI coming into picture, just as you said, you can also be disruptive in like 1 or 2 days. You can come up with like a new idea and then probably build it, grow it. So I think previously it used to take you 12 months, 2 years to build a product. Now it takes you less time to build it, but also to become like zero in like the next couple of hours because ChatGPT has launched something. Right?
It's like, wow, I'm building it. Oh shit, I just got disrupted.
Yeah, so I think the speed is very, very necessary. And you imagine if Claude releases something else,
Yeah.
then all these people are cooked. But the person who has built it he already has experience in doing it. He'll figure out something else,
Hmm.
right? Maybe it'll take time. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll take 6 more months for him to actually figure out the next big thing.
Hmm.
But then he'll actually do it because he has also done it multiple times.
Right.
That's why if you see serial entrepreneurs usually get funding in like seconds,
Hmm.
because their skill is not just to not just because they've built something and sold something in the past, but they've done it multiple times.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
For sure,
What
I
do you
think the disruptiveness is something we can come on. You asked first how I come up with ideas and all, and I love your approach. Just figuring out the market first and all. I have a very intrinsic approach on this. So the reason why I say people try a lot of things is because we're humans anyway. We're not gonna touch every aspect of life. So experiment with a lot of things and you might find problems within your own things. So for example, right now I'm dealing with, as a software founder, I'm dealing with this issue that I don't have a dashboard where I can see, logs of things going on. For example, what's going on? Is my server okay? Are people generating things like, are the quality good? Is the quality good? So I built this recent thing called logs.so and it worked well. Twitter loved it because, this was a problem I was facing. Even same with Morai's AI. It was something I was facing. I was out of YouTube ideas and I was like, should I build something about it? So I think a lot of things are within your head too. Like you just have to,
I think
tinker
you should
around.
stop overthinking and just build something that solves your problem.
Exactly, because
And
you'll be
then
so
put it out.
motivated. Yeah, you'll be so motivated to solve it too because it's your own problem, right? And coming to the whole disruptiveness, I think for sure a lot of things are going to be commoditized. Like it's just going to be a chat away. Even someone who owns a video generative software, I know at the end of the day, someday you're just going to chat your Telegram bot. You're just going to say, hey, generate this. It's already happening. So I feel like the way to defend that in a way would be to niche things down. I think niching things down helps a lot. For example, say you're like a chef YouTuber or something, right?
Right.
If you own an app in which there are recipes, people are still gonna wanna use your app simply because it's yours. You have the distribution for it and you're niching it down to your own personality. So I feel it really comes down to distribution in that case. Yes, it is going to be hard for people who are like solo developers who just want to build a thing for the people. But if you can figure out distribution first, this is definitely going to be a much better take.
it
Right?
makes me insanely happy that a lot of tech founders, even so, a lot of tech founders, started realizing that distribution is very, very important,
For sure.
right? So you can see that ChatGPT, like OpenAI, is buying the media channels and stuff, and all this shift is happening, especially as an agency owner, because I'm getting more clients, right? So I think first things first is distribution is something that everyone should focus on, is what I tell for even the younger people. Like if you're 16, 17, 18, learn how to tell stories. Doesn't matter you're just working on your YouTube channel or whatever. Like even in real life, like when you meet people offline, you'd not want to bore the fuck out of them.
Right.
Like learn from this podcast.
So I think you telling good stories and also optimizing it for the distribution channels. Let's say the way that I would speak in an offline interview will be completely different from the way that I would speak on Instagram versus YouTube, because every platform has users or audience who come there for different intent, right? So you need to understand that aspect as well. Like your obsession to understand the audience, to understand people, is also very, very important.
Right.
Doesn't matter you're building a tech product, doesn't matter you're building a video editing school, whatever it is. But you need to understand, are there customers and what's their intent, right? Then comes the third layer. It's like, paise aayega ki nahi aayega. Right?
Bro, I love your Hindi. Let's do this. The next 1 hour is going to be Hindi.
बात करने के लिए कोशिश कर सकते हैं.
Oh God. It's like
Nice
ChatGPT trying Hindi.
But my Hindi is like very, very weak. Not very weak, now it's still better.
But I think since you have the confidence to speak, you can still speak it.
Yeah.
People would get it.
I've learned this from politicians. Like the way, like if you especially look at South Indian politicians, the way that they speak, especially when they speak in English,
Yeah.
lot of grammatical mistakes.
Give me an example.
It's like, have you ever seen KCR speaking
I have not.
in English? Or Chandrababu Naidu speaking in English? So the way that they speak is like, it's not, it is, if you're an English teacher, it'll be very funny for you. Because they'll randomly be like, I went there, nahi. I go there, then the change will come. I am, so it's not, so that is when I've realized to create an impact, and for people who are watching this, maybe you'll make mistakes, but the way that you'll say or speak, the modulation, the
So
pacing.
how you say is more important than what you say.
No, bro. What you say is very important. You can't go to someone and like, go fuck
No,
yourself.
but you can just say, but even the way you say that can also inspire them.
Yeah. You can also be very sweet while saying, go fuck yourself. I'm not sure if you're going to cut this off or whatever, but
No, we'll post it.
yeah. I don't have a problem because nothing, bro. I don't know. Say anything.
That's it.
But because this is actually genuine advice, like you need to know this. Like most of the times, people don't give a fuck about you because you don't know how to speak. Even if your English is bad, even if your specific language, any language is bad, even if you don't have the really good command on the grammar, everything. But if your intent is right, and if you can speak it out clearly and with confidence, people will listen to you, right? But along with this, I think you should, especially with politicians, they have done a lot of things in their life. So whatever they say usually works.
But if you had to tell people, how did you improve your communication and confidence? Because it's one thing to keep saying the same thing and repeating the same mistakes. It's another to improve your tonality, your articulation, the way you say something, like learning about new words. How did you get better at that?
A lot of people usually say, bro, you need to learn grammar, vocab improve karna chahiye, you need to speak to yourself.
Duolingo use karna.
Yeah, whatever. But what I have done the most in my life is I copied, I stealed. Like I would watch a lot of podcasts or speeches of like, how are these people speaking? Can I replicate it? But if I'm replicating it, is it sounding too fake?
Right.
Should I tone it down a bit? So I think how do you learn to draw? How do you learn to become an artist, painter, whatever? You first start with simple circles. So now, would you call an artist who's learning how to draw, bro, you're just copying, bro. Bro, learning circles, bro, you copied that guy. And then we must have drawn a lot of stuff about, there are two mountains, one single home over here and all that stuff. Would you call that copying? In a way, you are copying because it has been done multiple times. A lot of people drew the same thing. Why are you drawing it? But I think every form of art, even speaking, comes from you trying to mimic what already exists. With time, you'll add your own flavors into it and get better. Communication is exactly the same.
Absolutely. I think, it's so much about consumption. So like you, I'm not a creator, so I haven't...
I think that's even better because since like we both have been making videos for years, it's people will understand, okay, because of that we speak well. But Priyam, how did you improve your communication skills without creating video content on the internet?
Right. I think I've consumed a lot, just like you said, watched a lot of podcasts and stuff from people I admired. So watching that really helped, I think. And also just, doing all this internet stuff, interacting with people, like doing, hey, you want to buy my software, come to a video call. All that surely has helped, I think. And now it's all about, I join a lot of meetings, so I have to lead a lot of meetings and all. So that has surely helped. But yes.
So you're basically Hrithik Roshan from Zindagi Mein Yamamoto-san.
Well, that would be so cool. We should go to Spain sometime. Right. So, yeah. And also just watching a lot of Netflix too, I would say, right? Like watching people that natively speak English, I would say, right? That helps for sure.
Yeah. But were you always well spoken in your
No,
teens?
not at all. Absolutely not. I would like want to not join stuff in which I have to speak. Like never, especially in school. Like have you ever done pledge in front of all the students? I would never want to do that.
I used to be shit scared of getting in front of public.
Well, I'm glad you can relate because that was scary, man. So yeah.
You've done that on the stage?
I've done that.
Wow. Like wow, that's really that needs guts because I was always inspired by people who could do that because it's very scary. So yeah, in school, even in college, I wasn't able to much. But as soon as I got on internet, I would say internet is such a great thing, man. I'm like super lucky to be born in this era because 25 years ago, none of this existed. And even the stuff we're talking about, all this career option and stuff, we wouldn't have the option to look at this we can now become video creators or video editors, coders. None of this existed back in the day. So yeah, I give so much credit to the internet for existing, I would say.
But what helped you become more confident in life?
Well,
Apart from the money.
well, you keep saying money and I'm getting all these Stripe notifications.
What is that? Show to the people who are watching this.
So people are buying my SaaS product. Like somebody just paid $67, somebody paid $147. So it's like plans within my SaaS software. People can pay monthly to get access to it.
Right.
And I just like to keep the notifications on for motivation, basically. Right? It just makes me want to do it more. Right? Scale it.
How much
more.
is it for?
So there are three plans. The most expensive one is $137 per month, and I just got like 3 of those in the last 1 hour.
While you guys were watching, bro was printing money, dollars, Ben Franklin's.
Well, this is the beauty of passiveness, right? I really enjoy that I can just sit down and have a laid back session, and money would still come, right? So yeah, this is fun.
But you told me about this Stripe screenshot that people share on Twitter.
Right.
How did you get your first sale, and what was that first sale about? How did you make your first dollar or rupee on the internet?
Well, first dollar would go way back when I was trying blogging. I made my first money through blogging. So my dream was to just buy one domain because back then it was so hard to, like, you had to buy SSL. We'll get to all that. But I asked my dad to buy me a domain. It was like 135 rupees for the first year. So I bought priyamraj.com and I posted random articles there. How to. What leaks are gonna be for when the next Avengers movie, and the next article would be Clash of Clans tutorials. But SEO turned well, SEO worked well, and AdSense was super easy to get in. So I got AdSense, and I was making $25 a day back in the day. Yeah, like 10 years ago. So that would be my first internet money.
15 then.
Yes, and the dollar rate was like 60 something rupees, which is now 95 by the way. But in terms of software, which is something that would be more helpful, the way I got my first paying user was when I just tweeted about it.
This was Morais.
Yes, this was Morais. So I was just active on Twitter. I was, again, the thing I said before, it was be active with a lot of community. So I saw that people were doing this thing where they build a thing and tweet a lot about it. So I was tweeting out a lot about, hey, this is what I learned about people who grow on YouTube. So I try to build an audience about it. Like, even if it's very less people, say 50, 60 people, right?
You were trying to be Paddy Galloway, that guy.
Kind of, yes. I was following that guy. I used to comment on his tweets. That also helped me get some exposure. Hey, I'm building this thing that might help you generate ideas like magic. And so I gathered a few audience like that, and then I tweeted about it. And luckily, as I said before, like some big YouTubers and all caught my tweet and left likes and all. That gave me a lot of exposure. So yeah, that is when I randomly some 3 a.m. I'm seeing a Stripe screenshot. So I was super happy. It was $30 for something I've built.
Yeah.
So before that, I only made money through ads and stuff, but this thrill was completely different.
Interesting. And how did you get banned on Twitter?
Well, I have no clue. So one random day I was in college. I gave an exam. I was like, "Aaj bahut kaam kar liya," and I slept. Randomly at 3 a.m. or 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I wake up. I just wanted to scroll on Instagram, and then there was a notification. I just opened the screen. I was like, "We have banned due to something." So my Instagram is gone. I was like, "Kya chal raha hai? Is it a glitch?" So usually with all the social media, what happens is if you want the updates the fastest, Twitter is the place to go. So I opened Twitter. And it's like, I've been logged off. Even Twitter is gone. And then I tried to appeal. Instagram was at almost 26,000 followers. It's gone. Twitter was at almost 5,000-6,000 followers back then,
Hmm.
and it was also gone. I
What were you
appealed.
posting there on Twitter?
Nothing.
Okay.
My
5,000.
Twitter and LinkedIn, I don't post much.
Hmm.
I post once a year.
Hmm. Hmm.
I didn't post anything. It was my consumption platform.
I
I was
see.
like, I just go there. I see what is going on in the internet. What are people speaking about?
So you got banned for consuming stuff.
Yeah. and it's like, you have violated community guidelines. What guidelines, bro? I didn't even post.
Interesting.
So I appealed.
Does
but
that happen?
Well, maybe if some.
Were you watching the wrong content? He's not even saying no.
No, nothing, bro, nothing. But sometimes I think a lot of platforms do it. Even Instagram, I've seen like a lot of reels
Right.
recently
Mm.
where they're trying to block creators and stuff. So sometimes it happens, but I was one of the unlucky people.
But an appeal didn't work out. You
Appeal also did not work out.
But why do you think a 20-year-old needs to be on Twitter?
Because
What do they get out of Twitter?
A lot of opportunity.
Exactly, like he said, it's the fastest way to learn what's going on in the world. Like you can refresh, you can learn a lot of things
Hmm.
by the next refresh comes in, and also the easiest, least friction way to create content, right?
Right.
So that's gonna be helpful too. So
Hmm.
both for creating and consuming, I think it's the best platform.
Do you agree with that?
I obviously agree with that. But apart from that, I think it's a place where you can connect with serious people.
Hmm.
Right.
Serious business and tech people, because what happens is, if you if you go on YouTube, you can't connect with people there. Instagram, no one would look at your requests. LinkedIn, a lot of these people, students will be applying for jobs. They'll be bombarding these people with like a lot of messages. Please give me a job, please give me a job. Twitter is kind of safe as of right now, because whenever you're trying to actively build something, you can connect with like-minded people the fastest. I've also seen a lot of creative people who are there on Twitter end up with better jobs
Hmm.
versus people who are not there on Twitter.
So the way to think about it is that Twitter is where you find a lot of early builders that you can either connect with to learn from, or if they're building a startup, then you can get a job and network with them. It's also the fact that you get really smart people on Twitter.
Correct.
That are there to learn or even gossip. It's not just
Right.
about learning, but it's just like a higher intellectual platform to consume
Absolutely, and I
Yeah.
think
compared
it's-
to like an Instagram.
right, and it's so easy to get exposure there because you can reply to big tweets. So if there's like a viral tweet, you can make a relatable reply and you can get exposure there, get followers through that.
Yeah, my
Whereas-
friend just tweeted and got retweeted by Elon Musk.
That's so cool,
So
right?
crazy.
And on YouTube and something like Instagram, you have to be at the mercy of the algorithm so much. Whereas here you can get initial exposure at least through replies, right?
Vaibhav Sisanti?
Him
Yeah,
and
yeah,
other
he
people
got-
as well.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like just the act of being present on Twitter is not even about going viral. It's not about getting that viral tweet. It's
Right.
just about creating some content there and like DMing people.
Right.
You will be amazed by how many people you can just like meet up with just because you're on Twitter. Or I think it opens a lot of doors that were otherwise closed for you. It's like a third door. Have you read that book?
No.
Basically, this guy finds a way to meet the most influential people through Jugaad.
Okay.
Like, which is like DM people or message people. He would do a lot of these things. It's like a crazy book to read if you want to learn networking and how to get in the big rooms. But this, I think, is the most high ROI thing one can do. To be on Twitter, to talk to people. Should get yourself unbanned.
Also, a bonus thing, ever since it became X, you can now make money through your tweets too.
Yeah.
So a lot of people I've been seeing who don't even post serious stuff. It's like just, funny things.
Have you seen that 1 second reel that girl put on Twitter, which went viral?
The one in the auto rickshaw?
Yeah.
Yes, it was in Bangalore
Have you
too, I
seen that?
think. Can
Yeah.
you imagine how much she would have made for the 100 million impressions?
It would have been insane. How do you have a number?
No.
Well, I think Indians make around $50-$60 every 100K impressions I've seen. But
Let's
you
see
can
how
never
much
average
have
it.
I made so far.
Let's see.
Let's do that. So I'll just turn on the recording to make it fair. So I have close to 250,000 followers on Twitter, which is insane. But the interesting part is, where do I go? Monetization.
Yes.
How do I check?
Creator Studio, I think.
Creator Studio. Guess how much would I have made so far?
Tell me the impressions, views.
Exactly.
Take a guess.
Well, I don't see you tweet often, Ishan.
I don't tweet these days. I
He
hesitate.
used to, yeah.
Unlike other people.
Well, let's say you would have made what, like, just to give a number,
I've made
$5,000?
$600
I see.
so far. Total payouts. Which is nothing. To be honest.
Which is nothing. This
I mean,
will offend a
compare-
lot of people who watch your video.
I mean, it is passive income. Like,
Yeah,
I did
for
not
sure.
work for this particularly.
So it's $600 in total or this month?
This is total lifetime revenue
I see.
through just creating content on Twitter. And it was like the biggest month was probably like $150.
Does it show how many impressions too?
It doesn't show that here. I'll have to go to the analytics to find that. Analytics.
I see.
Let's do that. So here, overall, 1 year. Yeah, my 1 year impressions would still be down because I don't tweet often these days. So it's at 10 million impressions in the last 1 year.
What do you tweet about? For him, I
Just
understand it's about
experiences. Like
content.
I landed in the London Heathrow airport, and the first thing I see in a British country land, the biggest banner of Infosys. Narayan Murthy literally like welcoming you.
Wow.
And that's crazy. I just like clicked a picture of that and I tweeted that.
So tell me about this. Like, how did you grow on Twitter? What was your strategy?
I never planned for it.
Okay.
It was always very like random. I still don't know how to like strategically grow on Twitter as such.
Okay.
Because like we have 225k followers right now, but the majority of the growth just came from just tweeting and tweeting every other hour.
Okay.
It's not like YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn that you tweet once and then that's it for the day. You can just be tweeting any human experience that you're having, which also makes it a problem because then you are subject to getting a lot of hate on the platform. People will always be offended. That's just the internet. That's how it works. So that's how Twitter works.
Hate is a sign of growth.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like,
Have you ever gotten hate?
like obviously there'll be one random person out of every 100, every 200 people who'd come.
What do
be
you
like,
tell to them?
I don't like. I see it. I'll be like, "ठीक है, it's okay."
Bro, that's so humble. See, again, stoic. Bro, it's from the Roman ages. What about you? Do you get hate?
Well, sometimes, but it's not that often. I think it's also because I just keep tweeting about work and work. Sometimes lately I've been a bit unhinged and I've been noticing some hate here and there. But yes.
And tell me about the Vijay Mallya viral tweet that you had. So the context is that it was his birthday,
Yes.
and you had tweeted something which caught the attention of everyone in Bangalore and the Twitter.
Yeah, so
India.
basically, I was like, I've been working all my life, and I wanted to try this whole unhinged side where, I want to have some fun, right? Because 20s only comes once. And I was like, what can be the craziest thing I can do? And I was like, let's tweet at Vijay Mallya for me to let me have his villa over the top. And also, like, obviously, most of it was humor. But if you think about it, somebody has to ask for it, right? It's been 10 years since the place has been sitting. And even if the tweet moved and needle a little bit, I would be happy about that, So that was the whole ideology. And a lot of people agreed with me. I was expecting hate and controversy, but somehow there was so less of that. Like everyone was supporting the whole idea.
Yeah.
But it was legally impossible to get it, of course.
So
but yeah.
basically, there is a building in Bangalore called Prestige. What's it called?
Kingfisher
Towers. So Prestige Kingfisher Towers. It's right next to UB City. You've been there. And on the top of that is where Vijay Mallya's mansion is, which
Correct.
looks like a White House. So you tried to tag him and say, I want to rent it out for the night,
Yes.
for your birthday bash.
Exactly. And
Did he
used
reply?
to party. No, he did not reply. But this was all over the press and everything.
I think the problem was you tweeted on a work day. on a bank holiday.
I think so, yes. Because he only, I think, tweets on bank holidays.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of expecting, maybe a humorous reply or something from him because this is something he used to do in Bangalore too, I think. Right? So that was the whole motive.
Like throwing big birthday parties.
Right, absolutely. Well, the party still happened. It was fun. But
I missed out.
yeah, Ishan, you were invited. But
I should have come. I was just hustling hustling these days?
Well,
Hustling these days and not posting on Twitter because he has no experience.
Keeping it private till it is permanent. But tell me about hustle. Like, are you always like work?
So I work in seasons. So December,
Like a lion.
January. Bro, yeah, I forgot to tell you this. Like,
You're a lion.
I forgot to tell you this, which is, I think Raj Shamani started making videos about you should work like lion and all that stuff. But Naval Ravikant obviously spoke about it like much earlier.
Yeah.
So it was like, you should work like a lion.
It's cooler
like-
now because Rashamani is saying. But
Yes.
Naval was saying it all along.
Yes. So now that like tell you like, bro, I work in seasons. The first dot that you can correct is like Raj Shamani. But the idea actually started out from Naval. Right? And also this, the 3-hour podcast of how to get rich or how to make money by Naval. That was nice. Like that was one of the,
Have you
I've
seen
seen
that?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think, have you watched it?
I have watched it. I've read the book Almanac of Naval Ravikant.
So I think this is the key. Like if you want to make money, I think you have to watch a lot of these. See,
How did it change your mindset about building wealth and making money?
See, two things is like the focus shift, especially to content and distribution and tech. So that was the key. That was the first time I started figuring out. Tech did not work out. I was coding and all this stuff. I didn't like it. So what's the next big thing? Like Naval was speaking about this for like a while. So why not try content, right? So now that I look at it, I'd be like, oh, maybe that had a lot of impact.
Yeah.
But back then, if you might have asked me like, why did you start content? I would not root back to that. But you should consume a lot of good content because it changes the way that you think. Not just scrolling reels and like, someone's dancing in front of you, like, bro, nice, like. So,
But we will come to the consuming good content part. But what have you learned from the Naval podcast?
Well, I perceive all this, stuff about life from different things. And from that book specifically, I would say just work hard. Like I studied this back in the day, like it's been years now.
Just work hard. Just work hard. Bro, have you seen that clip I did with what's this called? Jensen Huang.
what was it? Was
So-
it like,
Oh, it
So
was
I
on
met
Twitter
him
too.
in San- I met him in San Francisco. It was a NVIDIA event and it was a press briefing. And then after that, he was there for like 5 minutes for people to just like come and click pictures with him. So everyone came, click pictures. I wanted to make a video with him. So I asked him that, hey, what's your advice for people building a hardware startup in India? And the only thing he said,
work hard.
he said 2.5 words. Work hard. That was it. See, look at this.
What is your biggest advice for people who want to build a startup or do something in the space of AI and hardware in India? Work hard.
I swear to God, I wasn't quoting him. But yeah.
Bro, 8.8 million views.
Oh my God, that's
Such a deep advice.
Wow. A lot of people talked about this video on Twitter, by the
Oh,
way.
it went viral. So this is just like this video is one, but then people like retweeted it. It was on Twitter. It was on other Instagram pages. I think it was like 30 million views from just this 2-second clip.
Not sure if this is right, but then there's also a very viral video where he just speaks about how I work, and when I'm not working, I'm thinking about working. A very,
He doesn't. Jensen Huang does not wear a watch. So someone asked him why. You wear a watch, right?
I do, yes.
I also wear a watch. You wear a watch?
Yeah.
So someone asked him that why don't you wear a watch? And he says that because the most important time is now.
Wow.
That's it. I don't need to know
Oh my God,
what
that's.
time it is.
I think if someone else might have told them, there would have been a lot of hate on Twitter.
No, he's a crazy person. I've seen him twice on stage and it is always like motivating. A very crazy story.
Work hard.
But is that all you learned from the Naval podcast?
Oh my God,
It's been a
judging
while now.
him. You're judging him.
There was so much. He tweeted so many things.
Yeah.
There was a girl who replied to her that Twitter storm of his, saying, "Give me your money. Shut up, just give me your money." That's how people are on Twitter. And he says, "Steal my mind, you'll be worth more."
Oh my God.
Wow. You're dropping all these crazy lines. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've read that book. It's a pretty white colored book.
Yeah.
That's what I remember
White-colored
right now.
book.
Pretty
But,
and white.
Bro's a racist.
No, I really like the cover and all, to be honest,
Yeah,
right?
White.
I read his
No,
tweets
it's
all
okay. I don't judge.
for sure, right? I read his tweets all the time, though, right? And it's a nice account. Makes you feel very calm, and what I like about the hustle culture. I mean, what I dislike about it is a lot of people would push you to just work hard, whereas you got to create some lore about your life too. Because if you're so indulged in just work, how are you gonna figure out what you're enthusiastic about tomorrow, right? Like if I did not play games, let's say, how would I figure out if how to make timenight.com, right? So I think there must be lore to life as well.
Yeah. This is why the Google employees have 20% of their time in a week off. They're just like not doing anything. They are allowed to just do whatever, experiment different tools, try different things, read books, and then figure out if they can learn something from that and implement it into the projects that they are doing.
I think this works wonderfully for me. Like I work for 3 months, then probably take 20-25 days off with no work. When I'm saying off, I don't just just sleep right on the bed, but I do something which is not a part of my regular work, which is probably not making videos, not taking a lot of client calls, not actively teaching students or looking. That's why the cohort is also for like 3 months. Right. And then even content, I be active for like 3 months, then probably stop making entire content for like a month. So that gives me better perspectives because I spend a lot of time doing something else. For example, this 1 month of time is the time where I give myself to learn a lot of new stuff. So I think last year, May or something, around the same time, I watched around 120 movies in like a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like
120 in a month?
120 in a month.
कितने हुए भाई? 4 movie?
Yeah, 4, 5.
तो 4 movie?
Because what happens is like some movies you'll watch half and you'll be like, this is not for me. And this is my philosophy for reading as well. If you want to read a lot of books.
But what if it all comes together at the end of the movie?
So
Come together.
So I asked one of my friends, bro, send me the list of like best movies that you've watched. Yeah. Collected like 10 from him, 10 from him, 10 from her. Made like a big list. And I was like, chalo, this month I'll not do much. I'll just watch
You've done that?
a lot of...
No, I mean, I've binged series, but even in that case, 4 episodes a day would be hard. 4
No, but
movies.
No, I can binge like 15, 20 episodes in one go. For example, even before a couple of days, I watched 2 series. One was, obviously I don't remember the name of that, but it was just like Steps to Hell or something. And when you spoke about something in the beginning of the podcast, I was able to relate to something which happened there. So it was about...
So basically you were not present here. Your mind was somewhere else.
mind of a... whatever.
But I'm really curious, like 4 movies a day is like...
But if you
8 hours.
if you watched 120 movies in a month, that's 4 movies in a day. What do you think were the 3 best movies that you would recommend people to watch?
The first time I watched Drishyam was also during that month.
Drishyam 1 or 2?
2, right?
Acha laga.
It was good because it speaks about a very simple point where like you don't need to punish someone by putting them in a jail. Giving them something to worry about throughout their life is also a big punishment. And that was one of...
Or what else?
Good movies that I watched.
Something brighter, something light.
Something brighter, light. Yeah, light and bright. I don't connect with much.
Something white.
So,
Oh God.
there's Steps to Hell, Paradise to Hell. There's a good Netflix series to watch, especially for people who sell soul to make money on the internet. So it is also a good concept where a Korean girl or Chinese girl, Korean girl, I guess, she tells your fortune for a living, astrology and all that stuff. And she comes from a very broken background. So the entire series is about how can she do really well in life despite becoming the bad character, like a really bad character. She'll cheat people. She'll do all of this stuff, a lot of bad stuff. But at the end of the day, she has done all of this because she was the one where the world treated her like like shit. So is it like a revenge story? Probably not. But why did she do it?
Yeah.
So I think it's a very, very conceptually it's very good.
It's very grey.
It's very grey because what is good and what is bad? There's no good without bad, no bad without good. So
There's a book called Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
uh-huh.
And that talks about the protagonist ends someone's life, and then for the rest of their life in the book, they're trying to like deal with the horrors of it, rationalizing it in the mind, and then hiding from the society and hiding this truth. And that's very crazy to
Yeah.
read.
My habit of like actually binge watching a lot of stuff started back when I was in college, because I used to watch a lot of anime, and there were like 700 episodes in one anime. Like there were like a lot. So you
Do you
start.
watch as well?
Not anime, but I've seen a lot of shows and stuff, you know. So,
So apart from Social Network, what is one thing that you've loved?
well, I'll have to think properly because, you know, I watch a lot of genres. I watch mostly entertaining stuff. Let's say there was this recent movie I saw called Tetris, in which they show about, you know, how Nintendo came up with, you know, they acquired Tetris and put it inside Game Boy and stuff. So that was so much fun to watch. I always, you know, when I watch these historical movies in which history is being covered in a way, I really enjoy that because it makes me dream even more. Like, wow, this is something that happened someday, you know. So that's something I watched recently.
There should be a balance, I think.
Yeah, there should be a
Very few
balance.
people
For
sit
sure.
with their own thoughts and like reflect, write it down, think deeply about it. अगर किसी ने कुछ बोला मुझे, कोई चीज़ मैंने सीखी है तो I'll write it down, I'll think about it कि क्या ये मेरे पे अप्लाई होता है, क्या ये चीज़ जो 50 साल पहले स्टीव जॉब्स ने like his nature of working, क्या ये आज पे applicable है in my society, in my context.
I wanted to show you the list of the 120 movies because actually it was like I made the list and then started consuming. It was like very, it was not a random Netflix suggestion that you get. Like I made a list and then started consuming. I think you should also put it in the description of the podcast. It'll be very nice.
120 movies. We'll put the doc link.
Yeah. And apart from that, if someone has to watch like a series, and because we're talking about series and stuff, I don't talk about this much. This part of my thing never came out. There's also the Spotify ka this thing, right? It's called the playlist.
Oh,
I
right. I've
love
seen
that.
that too.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
that is very nice.
The Daniel X story.
Yeah. And then there's one more called Thunder, where it is also something very similar, where the guy tries to build a big supply chain kind of startup where it's a delivery service that he tries to build, not in India. So it was like how it's a rags to riches
DoorDash.
story. Yeah, DoorDash, but then it's called Thunder and all that stuff. So that is also very good.
I think everyone should watch We Crashed,
Okay.
which is the story of WeWork, of how they built it. It teaches you a lot about how it doesn't matter what revenue you have or what growth you have. It matters. All that matters is the conviction you have about the dream that you are able to sell to people. That's all you need. If you have that, you can do anything. Like that guy, Adam Newman, people say he's like a scammer, but I just love his conviction for anything. Like Abhi is building another startup. He raised like $350 million from like investors, Sequoia and others. And he's building it. He doesn't care about the loss. The company का valuation इतना कम हो गया या क्या हो गया. There was this one movie which everyone should watch called Apprentice.
Okay.
It's the story of Trump, Donald Trump, and how he became who he is today. And through his formative years, when he was learning how the world works, he had his mentor, which was the biggest like lawyer advocate of Manhattan, New York. And the number one lesson he learned was to never accept defeat. Deny, deny, deny. That's all. He would just like never accept any wrongdoing.
Got
There's
it.
also this really nice movie called The Scarface, in which you can learn what happens when you ignore every other aspect of life and just focus on money. Like forget relationships, forget everything, and just focus on money. It's gonna.
तो क्या होता है फिर उसमें?
Whiplash is also something very similar, but not for money, but it's for
Passion.
passion.
The intensity
Yeah.
with which he was like playing the drums.
Even Marty Supreme, if you guys have seen the recent movie that came
Bro,
out.
I don't like that movie as much.
You did not like it?
The ending is not that great. I mean, it's great for the visual spectacle, but I think I would have the same experience if the movie was muted.
Like, to be very honest, I'll tell you, I'm not sure if audience are going to love this or not, but as I was just speaking about that hell thing, right? It's called Straight to Hell. I just checked it. I guess both of you will really love it. It's like 8 episode thing, but you guys will be able to like, because both of you are not stupid. So you'll actually come out with like a question of the life. It's like, what is good? What is bad?
What's the name of your agency?
The Boring Edit.
And what's the name of your cohort?
Not just a video editing cohort.
Not you're using a lot.
So it's called Straight to Hell. So
Okay, so we've discussed a bit about your early life, learnings, how to build stuff. Now let's talk about the next step, which is for people who are getting into their career, they're done with college, and now they're in the real world. 2026 is a wild year to be starting your career. Right? There's like the dream which you were sold that you're going to get like a safe developer job, you'll get the free food, sleep in the office, right? That's no longer there as much as it was before. So what should a 22, 23-year-old do to have the best career of their life? You have worked in a job.
yeah, I did.
When you started after college, why did you get a job?
Because I genuinely wanted to see what happens in a job. Like,
I've never worked in a company.
yeah,
I never went for an interview.
got it. I sat in my placements. I also had, offers not from the not from the placement committee of the college, but also outside. So off campus was there, on campus roles were there. Eventually, I finally ended up joining a job. The reason why I took a job is because I knew that there are a lot of things that I have to learn about building teams. So in college, I was running the Boring Edit, where we were just doing video edits for clients. What I've seen is like my leadership skills were not that great. I was not able to set systems, not able to track systems and process on those. Now there are two ways that I can do this with. I can probably get a mentor who will help me figure out things, or probably I can do the hard way, go to YouTube, search for content, probably take a couple of courses and learn it. But then I thought that the best way to learn it would be at a place where systems are already, established. Can I go there, see what is happening around, how are they operating, right? So I did not work for long. My goal was like, go there, join, see what is happening, then come back. So I worked there for like 9 months or something. Then didn't really like a lot of things that they were doing. So I just quit. And then I took one more job because I got a much better
So you
hike and
started
stuff.
working at an academy.
Yeah.
And then you shifted to Vedantu.
Yeah.
Okay. And now both the companies are done.
Imagine the podcast is done.
Well, I was in the exact same shoes as you because I worked in this company in Bangalore called OpenAI.com. And
Bro, I use that
Oh, even I use that.
every day.
So I was a machine learning engineer there.
Bro, they have a bug in their front end. On the
And that
phone.
was 3 years ago.
Don't they still have the bug?
I'll let them know. So I worked there as an intern. And my motive was just to come to Bangalore, to be honest, because I was already building Morais AI back then.
You were in Devghar still.
Yes. I was in
And
my college.
How did you decide that you want to shift from is it a tier 2, tier 3 city?
It's a tier 2.
Tier 2 city.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was all my life in that region of India, right? I was in Jharkhand. So I really wanted to come out, get a reason to, because I had gotten these other job opportunities, but they were remote. So I just wanted a reason to come to Bangalore because I just really wanted to experience this whole thing, right? And I worked in that company. I learned a lot of things, like, as you said, what not to do, because I was seeing some hierarchy and things like that taking place and all. But I also learned a couple fun stuff about it. Like it was so much more interactive because it was a startup. People used to have fun in there and all. So yeah, just
But your goal wasn't to make money.
No, not at all.
Your goal when you were starting was to just like experience what it's like to work in a team.
Exactly, what it's like to get outside of your city and work for a company and all. I was already making money with Morais, but then I quit the job in 1 month, and
that's crazy.
yeah, not
Why?
even 1 month. A couple, I would say, even 30 days had not passed. So I gave up. And then I started working for this other company called Centerpoint Gaming. It was a Canadian company that paid in US dollars basically. So I was only working for a company because I wanted a stable revenue source other than Mora's.
And this was remote, you're saying?
This was remote, yes.
Mm.
So yeah, there I learned how, laid back it can be if you have a whole remote setup. I really enjoyed the idea, that people had funny profile pictures in their Discord server. I was like, wow, this is how it should be. Like, not everything has to be serious, right? And the company was doing good. Like, they were doing like I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal their exact numbers, but they were doing really good.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you think people who are starting their career today don't want to work in a job?
I think so. But then I would always suggest sometimes maybe you'll not be able to operate as a single person company or probably you'll make a lot of mistakes if you're a first time entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So a lot of those mistakes can be avoided if you probably take a job. You don't need to work there for like your entire life, 5 years, 6 years, but for a short period of time, because then you'll know how to delegate better. You'll also learn how people skills. Not just that, like honestly, before I joined those companies, I had no clue how to hire people. My hiring was very simple. I'll put a couple of stories and get a couple of people. But then I've also understood how they hire. I sat with the HR team, took interviews. What is a metric? You don't just look at the skill. You also look at how they fit into your company, your vibe and all that stuff. So a lot of things, from hiring to the leadership skills to how to delegate, and also to how do you track everything. Because before this, I was not tracking anything. I was making a lot of money and all that stuff. Being a creator, doing brand deals, doing shoots and all that stuff. But the problem is none of those were organized. Like there was
systems or structures in place.
No structures, no systems. Now I feel I work much lesser than what I worked back then. I also take breaks every 3 months mein ek baar, because of the same reason. Like I know that during this month when I'm taking this break, I'm not on a complete break. I'm still looking at what is happening and all that stuff.
This month is the break.
Last month was the break. Now I'm getting back to work again. So during this month, I can this also gives me the opportunity to identify who's working the best, who's not working the best in my companies. Right? Because now I can actually see them. I can spend time with them. I can help them. I can be like, because while I'm like actually running for the 3 months, I am also working. How do I help these people?
Yeah.
So this also sets a lot of, pace.
And why are all three of us in Bangalore? Like, what is in Bangalore that we have relocated? Like, I came from Pune, you came from Deoghar, you came from?
I was in college before this, IIT Kharagpur.
Right.
Kharagpur.
So you came from college.
Yeah.
But what does Bangalore offer that made you switch and shift here full time?
Honestly, for me, the weather.
Seriously?
Yeah. 120%.
Why?
Because
not the founders, not the networking.
What I feel
not
is like
the dosa.
What I feel is like networking and all. Since most of the things are currently happening online, you can also get a great network if you move to other city as well. Like Mumbai also has a good network. Obviously, like Bangalore has a different type of network, but you can always fly back to Bangalore to meet a couple of people. Now there's also advantages, right? That you go to a random cafe, you'll see a couple of people working on cool stuff over there. You'll meet founders. All this is there. But then for you to go to a cafe, it takes you 40 minutes to 1 hour.
Yeah.
So going to cafe would be your day job because you have to get ready, go there, spend time and all that stuff. So, and for me, especially because I have the content and all that stuff, for me, reaching out to people, trying to connect with them, personally was not a big problem. And I was also making enough money that I can comfortably fly to any city and meet someone if I want to, right? So for me, the biggest factor was weather.
What about you?
Well, I had to be somewhere in India, which is a major city which connects to other countries through airport. And also Bangalore just seemed like the right option because weather is surely a good bonus, right?
For me, the weather is
So I wanted to have a good social life too, and I feel like Bangalore has it. The median of Bangalore is so youthful. Like first off, I have a lot of school friends here, like people I knew from back in school,
Yeah.
from back in college. That's a very easy one. And also, of course, all the talent pool here, because I can just literally go out and, find someone immediately who would be a good developer or something like that. And Bangalore Twitter is also a fun place. Like I would just tweet, hey guys, let's meet in this bar today, and a lot of people would show up. I just really love that sort of energy about this city, And of course, so it's the parallel of San Francisco, but in India. So loved all that vibe
And why
about
not
it.
Mumbai?
Mumbai is surely good. Maybe if once I'm older, I would love to live there. But from every friend I have there, what I've heard about it is the median there is not so youthful in a way. Like it's more 30 plus people. Again, this I could be wrong here, but like Bangalore is
Believe
more
that.
young.
So I've honestly considered, I had two options. In fact, three: Mumbai, Hyderabad, or Bangalore.
दिल्ली तो एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर रहा हमारे कॉन्वर्सेशन में.
This again, everyone has their own priority,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
these are the three options that I considered when I was like trying to go to a city when I first was coming out of college. Hyderabad, I didn't want to stay there because it's too hot, right? And also the opportunities, especially in the creative space, it's still coming up. It's not like at the peak.
Right.
Mumbai again was amazing because as a lot of creator deals, a lot of creators, they're all based out of Mumbai. I can connect with a lot of people. And when you have people who are working on similar things, you can build things much faster. So Mumbai was like really, I was very confused between Mumbai and Bangalore.
Right.
But then I eventually wanted, selected Bangalore because of the weather. Because I was like, again, this is my decision. I got a lot of influence from Casey Neistat, Ilya Choi and all these people who were like vlogging back then.
Yeah.
Imagine vlogging at 45 degrees centigrade. I wanted something chill. So
Right.
for network, all these things are amazing here. Like you can meet a lot of founders. All of those things are there. But for me personally, weather.
Bro, I feel like Mumbai is the best of everything. Whether Bangalore obviously wins, but I feel like Mumbai has this special ability to first be a cosmopolitan city. Like you have everything that you would want. You have like peaceful areas like Powai. You have epic skyscrapers like Worli. You have the Marine Drive to go and chill at. And then you have people in finance, people in tech, there's a small community of people building startups in tech as well. And like the most inspiring city, I feel like I get so inspired every time I go to Mumbai.
Yeah.
Like it just always humbles me down. Like I could take a walk in Worli and count like 20 Mercedes just going around. Like that's the average. I honestly think the best thing to do in your 20s is to shift to Mumbai. Is what I'm also doing in a couple of months. So the idea is that to get like a 1 BHK or studio apartment in Mumbai, maybe in like Bandra or Andheri, and then live there for 15 days, then come back to Bangalore, the office that I have here, and manage that for 15 days, and then do this shuttle. I think this gives me the best of both worlds. Like I can manage my team here, keep my costs low. I have my parents here in Bangalore. I can meet tech founders as well if I want to. And then the show business is always there in Mumbai where I can meet people and network with them and live the life, the city life. I feel like Bangalore doesn't have that city vibe to it as much as I have liked Mumbai.
No, I agree. Like I also love the idea of skyscrapers, like being on top of a building and all, right? It's so inspiring. Like just even driving through the C-Link and seeing all those buildings.
Bro.
It's super inspiring to see Mumbai. And Bangalore doesn't have skyscrapers at all.
It's not even that. It's just that it's so big, Bangalore. Like, especially the airport itself.
Right.
It's just a poorly planned city, I think.
Not just poorly planned city, I'll tell you what. This is the bad, there are good parts about Bangalore, I love it. But the bad part is that it makes you slow. Because everything takes so long to go.
Like this podcast that we are recording, I did not schedule anything else for the day. I was just like, this
Exactly.
podcast, that's it. So I went to the gym, I did my tennis class, then I got ready and I came here.
Exactly. So
I'll go home and sleep now.
back when I was in college, I used to go to gym, then go to classes, then go to like a dramatics class or whatever.
Yeah.
Then probably go play for some time, then come back, make videos, then in the night go for a movie, and then come back and then roam around the campus. Right, and you used to sleep at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, and also used to like play, PUBG and all that stuff back then. So on a daily basis, I was able to do a lot of stuff because the theater is like 15 minutes away. From there, I can directly get my shoes and directly run to the gym in like next 15 minutes. Then I can go to the class in like next 5 minutes. Come back and sleep in hostel or probably have like a gaming session with friends because that takes me 6 to 7 minutes. Everything was hyper connected. I was able to do a lot of stuff in life. Now, being in a gated community here solves some part of it.
Yeah.
It's like you get a gym inside, you go there, you can also play something with your friends there, then come back. But the moment I step out of the gated community, it'll take at least 1-2 hours. This podcast, just like you said, I had to wake up early today so that I can go to the office first, spend time, assign the work and all that stuff, then had to travel back here. And probably it'll take like 8 o'clock by the time we end this.
Easily.
Going back to my home probably will take 1.5 hour more.
Right.
So if I'm spending 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours just in travel, what's the, like, where am I, spending my entire life?
I feel like even Mumbai has traffic, but the fact that you can just take a metro line and reach anywhere in like 40-50 minutes, like you can take Powai and you can in 50 minutes land in Cuff Parade.
I also, because I was trying to solve for this problem because I didn't want my life to be so slow.
Right. Social media makes you believe that you need to live this lifestyle in which you're like going to the club every weekend, you are going for like concerts, you're going for like trips, international travel, the business class
you're
things.
booking Vijay Malya's
This is not
mansion.
this is unrealistic,
Yeah.
right? Getting your first car, buying your first home. These are all purchases that happen on average for people around 30s.
True.
Right? The first house people buy at around 32, 33. The first car people buy at around 28, 29. So if you are watching this video and thinking that this is normal, it's not. And it's completely okay if you're not reached that mark. Like I know so many like 20, 21 year olds who come to work in my company or want to interview or want to work here. They're like, मेरे को iPhone चाहिए, मेरे को ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. But it's okay. Like I was using my mom's second-hand phone for recording my first few videos. Like it was like a Motorola G4, simple sa phone tha. If I would have watched all of this content of everyone using a iPhone, like all of us have it, then I'll feel like, अच्छा ये नहीं है तो मेरी life अच्छी नहीं है. And that's so wrong. Right? And then people go into EMIs and everyone is living in the EMI life. Let's talk about that. So on this table, we all made a couple crores and more. And we are in our 20s. How have you managed your wealth? How do you do it? Do you think you're good at it? One. Number two, how do you do it?
Stock picking in the US market though, like I like to, invest only in companies that I am a user of or I understand, like Cloudflare.
Yeah.
It's like something I use very, deeply. So I'm like, this company might work. So that's my stock picking scenario, So I do that in the US market, but in India, I just do ETFs and IDFC bank account because they pay you a monthly bank interest. So
Oh,
that's
you know
my-
that trick. You know that trick as well?
No, I don't. What
So
is that?
basically, the savings account of IDFC Bank, if you put in money into it, you keep it in their account in the bank, they will pay you 7%, 7.2%
Yes,
on
above
amount
5
above
lakhs.
5 lakhs. So even I have an account there and it's just like free money.
Right.
7.2
So you know
is
what happens?
great.
What happens is that, so I have a home loan and that home loan is about like 7.4% and this is paying me 7.2%. So I'm practically like, it's free.
Yeah.
The house is free.
The house
Whatever-
is not
the-
free. The interest is free.
The interest is free. The interest is free.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun, like, every first you just see it like, as founders, we don't get salaries and all. It's like a
Yeah.
salary to yourself. And it's like, wow, cook, rent, sab kuch
But it
isme ho
also
gaya.
gets, it's like a taxable thing. So,
Right.
So it's not exactly 7.2 without.
Even the FD is a taxable thing, right? Whatever so you can't take like a rebate on that. So I think it's still smart to do that.
So you do ETFs and then you
And
invest
mutual funds, of course.
in mutual funds as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I've also been doing just ETFs, index funds in the Indian market.
Right.
And there's like ETFs in India that invest in the US market. There's like a thing called Mon 100,
Mon 100, yes.
which,
That's been
which
great
I
lately.
bought as well.
Yes.
And that tracks the US stocks.
Nasdaq, I think.
Mon 100 is Motilal Oswal?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then is just like Nifty 50 is what I was
Got
buying.
it. What's your portfolio sitting at? How much? No, not the cash, but then profit percentage. Net positive.
अभी तो बहुत कम होगा bro,
Percentage
because,
बता दो बस.
You know, the biggest mistake I made was after watching all the Robert Kiyosaki videos, Ankur Warikoo videos, I stopped doing my SIP for 2 years.
Oh my god.
So 2023, 2024 were the dark years for my investing, where I just forgot. I was just too focused on like making money.
Makes sense.
And I would just like that doesn't make sense. Don't do this. Don't try at home. But I just like stopped investing. So then I resumed it in 2025. And then I got regular with it. So now I invest every single month. And then abhi market is going like that.
So are you at 0%?
No, I'm not at 0%. I'm probably at like 10%. But that's where it is at.
So I've been investing ever since I turned 18 from the blogging money back in the day. So I think it should be fine. One thing I can share is my US portfolio. So in Meta, I have around 300 something %. That's like my biggest stock picking win.
Do you know how much
Good
I have? Let me open my US account. So US stocks,
Do you use InMoney?
IND money.
IND.
so it is my stocks. Yeah, so I bought the Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund, Meta, Apple, and Nvidia. Meta is up 200%, 194%.
So we all invested in Meta at good time. Did you invest in US market?
Yeah, I just invested $150.
Okay, I see.
That is true.
You asked a percentage, bro. I told you percentage.
I think mine is sitting at 29.5-ish right
I
now.
see.
Because I look at them. But right now I feel like Nifty is at 2600, like 2300, 2400 right now. The best time was in the beginning of the year when it was 2600-ish.
But that's the thing, you can't time.
You
the
cannot
market.
time, but then you
That's
have to
why-
be long enough in the market.
So then, do you have SIPs in anything? in a stock? Do
so
you
I
have
do have
SIPs
SIP.
in ETFs?
I do have SIP in my mutual funds because I like to have an idea like
How much
hey,
are you
if I don't invest manually this month, something is gonna be invested anyway.
But
So I like
the
to
problem is that people take this too literally. They'll be like, oh, I'm 21, 22. I make 50,000. I save 30,000 of that. I'll invest 28,000 into the stock market. I'll do SIP and like 50 years later, I'll be rich. You can spend that 30,000 rupees on experiences, on
Right.
skills, on hobbies, on networking events, on traveling. And those experiences will pay you back in multiples in the next month itself, not even like 50 years later.
Absolutely.
And that whole idea of, keep investing, and after a few years, you'll be a crorepati. That is so flawed. You just look at wealth as a number game, as a money game. But it is all about money in the age that you are at. You never want to be like having like 10 crore in the bank at 40. You'd rather have 5 crore when you're 25.
For sure.
And that's what people don't understand. Like, it's so much better to invest that small money that you have at the start of your career into experiences. Like, okay, you can keep like some 5,000-10,000 for investing in SIPs. Don't just say no to it like I did in the 2 years. But keep that 20,000 for yourself to just experience life. Like, there's so many people who say that, oh, I've never traveled abroad. Why? They're oh, बहुत महंगा है. It's not always the case. You can very easily go to the nearby places like Bali जा सकते हो, Thailand जा सकते हो. ठीक है, वो भी तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया Thailand. But there's still new places that you can explore that will not cost you as much. And people just don't understand that.
I think I don't usually give finance advice because it becomes very tricky because what we suggest might go really well with some people and might also go very bad with other people. It's like there might be someone who's making 50,000 a month, no family background. Imagine he loses his job the next month, right? He needs to have an emergency fund.
True, वो तो build करना चाहिए.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So I think there are a couple of layers, which is you have your emergency fund, you have a couple of health insurance, these things, and then probably the rest of the amount. The best investing is done on self,
Yeah.
right?
Like there are two options. You invest 20,000 in a mutual fund, which might pay you 10 years later. Or you invest 20,000 on a weekend on a flight to Mumbai, in which you meet a potential founder, which starts paying you 20,000 rupees per month for designing or for coding or for anything.
Correct.
So you spend 20,000 rupees to instantly build a 20,000 rupees per month income.
Exactly.
And this is not even like wild numbers. ये तो कोई भी कर सकता है, I think. Like
That is
it's a very simple thing.
That is exactly why people say your life is built not because of a hard work, but the little choices that you take.
Yeah.
Right? For example, same guy, he could have like an opportunity in Mumbai tomorrow. Some people would be like, why should I go there? Maybe nothing will work out.
Yeah.
I'll just put this money inside my bank account or probably invest in a couple of stocks. And there's one more guy who's like, 20,000 is not life changing.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe I should take the chance, because the chances, if I go there, I'll meet someone. And so his life, there's no right way, wrong way here. It's about what bets are you willing to take and will they succeed? Like, will it be fine? Will you be fine at the end of the day? So I think people have to take this choice themselves. Like, they have to decide for what do you do with your money, because your life scenario would be completely different from mine. Like, if you might have told Tharun back when he was in college that he would be spending this much amount of money every month, he'd be like, no, I would love to make half of the money. Like, if someone would have told me, ki, bro, I'll give you 1.5 lakh rupees per month ka job, I'll be like, oh, that is my end goal, bro. That is what I wanted. But right now, you're spending more money than that. And if someone would be like, why are you doing it? It's not because it's not because you want to spend money. It is because we know that whatever the amount of money that we are spending on a daily basis, it can make our life 100x better, so that we can make more money out of it. For example, if I travel to a new city, if I meet someone, and if I close him, I'll like in a business, like I have like an agency. If I close a deal, I would make 10x of that, 100x, 200x out of the money that I've spent for that.
Yeah.
So the chances of me succeeding here, spending this money is worth it.
मेरी सिंपल सी बात वही है कि like you are betting on a company जिनको आप जानते भी नहीं हो कौन लोग हैं जिनको आप पैसे दे रहे हो, but आप खुद पे क्यों नहीं bet करते, right?
Of course.
Like अगर आपके पास कोई skill है, why not just bet on yourself and just see? It's also possible that you go to Mumbai, you pitch a client, you get nothing. Like, oh shit, I have nothing to show for the 20,000 I spent. But it's possible that founder 6 months later tells his friend that, hey, I met this amazing designer, you should look him up. And then that gets you a deal.
No, exactly. There are so many examples, and like I'm sure you guys have your own examples. Even I do. Like, I think for me, for people who can work remotely, there are not many reasons to shift to a bigger city like Bangalore. So I spent almost what I was making all the money to come here. And then because I come here, my co-founder was flying by Bangalore and we just met in real life, and he was like, hey, we can do this together. So if I never spent that money on that experience, like just wanting to live in Bangalore or just any small other things, it would have never happened. So absolutely.
There's also the biggest trap I see people making is that there's a viral reel, okay? उसमें the text was better to make.
So sorry. Every time you speak about money, he raises his sparkling water. And I want to show
We are
something.
yet to come to that.
So, like, imagine the amount of money that I spend. I can just get like a new phone.
Right.
Like, but it really doesn't matter. Like, I'm still using a 16
Like he's
Pro,
spending
which is
4 lakhs every month. He's still using the same cracked 16 Pro.
And I can also get it repaired.
Yeah.
But life is mostly about these little choices that you take. Where would you spend your money? Or do I really want to go to a store, waste my time today instead of going to a client meeting and trying to make more money?
Right.
Like, for me, when personally what I've seen is like, I stopped caring about these things these days. Your excitement to make 1 crore, 2 crores, get like a fancy ass car, it'll only be there until you have that money in the bank. Once you know that you can buy 20, 30, 50, 60, 100 of these,
It's not as shiny anymore.
it's not as shiny anymore.
Yeah.
So I would always tell people to spend your time, spend your money and all of those things on something which really makes sense for you. Like, for you, what does it matter? Are you making like 10,000, 20,000 a month, 1 lakh rupees a month? How can you 10x it? I think your life goal, especially when you're young, should not be to flex. It should in fact be about how can you 10x your money?
Right.
How can you 10x the money? How can you spend this money in a way that your basics of life are set, but also whatever you're trying to do, how can you 10x it? Can you reinvest that money back into your team, into in your own business, probably in travel so that you can meet more people, more. I think that is the place where you have to spend a lot of money.
I think the best money spent is when you're traveling and meeting people, when you are learning new hobbies and trying new experiences. Like लोग कई बार खुद को define कर लेते हैं कि मैं developer हूँ, तो वो कुछ और try नहीं करते.
Right.
Dance मैं क्यों करूँ dance? मैं तो developer हूँ. ये तो arts वाले लोग करते हैं. Finances मैं क्यों सीखूँ? मैं तो code करता हूँ. So they just become like a one-dimensional person. And the last thing is to just read books as much as possible. I think these are the 3 best ways to like get the biggest ROI on the money that you spend every single day. But the biggest trap people make is there was a reel which I was talking about. It said that parents के साथ वो छोटे शहर में रहने करके 45,000 per month कमाना is better than कि किसी बड़े शहर में 1.5 लाख per month कमाना. And people were sharing that like crazy. I get the emotional value, but think about your career. At the start of your career, it's all about adapting to new situations, learning how to communicate, being in front of new people, exploring life, making it bigger than just your छोटे से शहर का comfort. What do you think of that?
Absolutely, I fully disagree with why people are glorifying that, because bachpan se we've been living with parents, right? We got to first off learn how to live alone, because I mean, if you're making money, you can just fly to see them. This is how nature intended it too. Like, we're supposed to be independent.
Yeah.
And for sure, I think I've learned so much after I started living alone. And absolutely, this should be a priority, in fact, for everyone to move out of their house.
मैं तो बोलता हूँ कि you should work hard, go away from your family, live in a big city like Mumbai or Bangalore.
Come back.
बहुत मेहनत करो and build a life where your parents are living with you in this new city.
For sure.
Which is what I just did. I got a house for them. They now live next to me, and I have my office 10 minutes away from my house, and now I have the luxury to go and have dinner with my mom. And if there is, I don't know of any other win other than this. इससे बड़ी win क्या हो सकती है मतलब?
Do you want me to answer that? I think I look at it in a similar way, but not exactly the same. So my parents also have something that they want to do in life. For example, my mom works for the government. So she has a job and she wants to like work. It's not like paise nahi hai isliye whatever it is. Maybe there are.
Same. My mom is also a teacher.
Correct.
And she works because she loves explaining things to students.
Correct. So there are so many people in the world, like, our parents itself, who want to work, right? And my dad, he worked in the army for like 16 years. Then he came back. Now he takes care of the, agricultural property and lands that we have. So instead of me moving them to a new city here, I look at it like I have come to Bangalore to win a war. I'm like a soldier, right? I've left my hometown.
Wow.
I've left my hometown because I wanted to win a war. I'll fight the war, and whenever I want to rest, I'll go back to home. So this is the mindset that I have. It's like, this is my war. Until the time that I'm here in Bangalore or Mumbai or whatever place it is, I am focused. So I'm focused. You work. Probably, even warriors have to rest in the night. So you take like you work in the seasons, you rest for a while, and then you go back to meet your parents. So for me, having the flexibility to meet them anytime is my success. Having the flexibility to give, give
you
them
just got
something.
back from your family meeting.
Yes. So as I said, this last month I was kind of chill mode, right? I was not hustling. So I went to my home for like 6 days.
I saw that
for a
reel.
week.
You got them a car.
Yeah, I got them a car, and because
They were so happy.
they were very, very happy. So
Yeah.
the point is, they already had a car, but then the airbags were not well. So anytime I was always like kind of had in the back of my mind like what if they're traveling and something bad happens, and just because I'm not spending that money on the car, something happens to them. So it was like it was like very obvious decision that I had to take. It's like I should give them a car which is very, very safe. So I went home, I got them a car, got it registered, and I came back. So for me, the idea of success is the flexibility.
Yeah.
You want to do something, you should be in a position to do it. Be it you want to call your parents here, or you want to go there, or you're looking at them struggling and you're able to like solve that in like a minute, solve that in like one or a couple of days.
I think giving them the life that they couldn't have.
Correct.
Because they were only focused on you and your growth is the best win that you can have with your parents. Second could probably be like taking them on a trip.
Yeah.
To places that they were just too busy to go for or never even imagined. Like agle mahine I'm taking my parents to London, and that would be an insane experience. I'm so excited for that.
I think this is one experience that I still don't have. Like the most of the trips that we do is going to Tirupati, these temples with parents.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that is obviously amazing. But then I would also want to take them to, probably US, UK, show them Japan, see how. So I want to take that, but I think Abhi.
No, for sure. It's such a great feeling to do things. Like, मेरे पापा का सपना था to, just once go to Mumbai and stay at the Taj Mahal Palace. So I did it for him. When I was flying to New York.
कैसा लगा उनको?
बहुत अच्छा लगा उनको. He was very happy. So he's a retired government officer.
Yeah.
So I took him there. My mom is a housewife. So he was very happy, of course, because he had seen all these movies about Mumbai and all. So he was very happy, of course. And I gifted him a car when he retired, like last year too. So it's such a great feeling, right? In my opinion, like this is the only win I need, like to just make them happy, because I feel like in the whole nature intended point is they raised us until an age where needed to, and now whatever form, whatever thing they need to be happy, right? I just want to do that. So that's all I need. And I feel like this window of 20s, I mean, it's gonna be different for everyone. I just feel it's good to be living away from people, like away from at least family, because now I feel more, I don't know, like limitless. Like I can just...
War.
यही podcast का नाम है भाई, Limitless with Ishan.
War. It's like a war. We are here because we are on the battlegrounds, and then we go back to rest.
Right, the window will be over.
Yeah.
Right. अब rest से याद आया, tell me about fitness. So another thing which you should invest money on is to get fitter. And like work on your fitness, not just gym, but also like other activities. Say Hyrox हुआ था Bangalore में. It was like a massive thing. Did you guys go for that?
Bro, I wanted to go. I wanted to participate, but then I was not able to do it this year.
Did you go?
No.
What is Hyrox for people who don't know?
So it's like a hybrid, hybrid training ground kind of stuff where people have to run for a couple of, 700 meters, 1000 meters, whatever. And then they have to do a couple of activities like lifting, whatever. So I don't exactly know the structure of it, but then it's not for bodybuilders and it's not for runners. So a lot of people go to gym.
Stamina के लिए.
Yeah, it's a lot of people go to gym, get like 6-pack, they go this, but they can't run 1 kilometer also. What's the point of being fit like that? So my ideology of fitness might be entirely different from people who are following fitness channels. For example, if you see like people who run triathlons and stuff, they're not like bulked up and fit and all that stuff, but they're still very, very healthy. So my idea of fitness is being agile. It's like you're also able to lift, you're also able to run, your stamina is good, but also at the same time you can also lift. So I train hybrid. I basically do 2 sessions a week where I lift, and then I run twice a week, twice sometimes, thrice sometimes.
Oh wow.
Somewhere around 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers.
Damn.
So this is my fitness routine. I've actually started doing this in the last 7 months, because before this I've realized that I started getting fat. I was 75 kgs, 78 kgs.
I think everyone will relate with this. Everyone who's like in a job.
Yeah.
It's very easy to just like eat junk, especially in like the age of Zomato.
The point is, you look at yourself every single day and nothing changes, and some random day 6 months later you feel like, fuck, I'm 10.
There's some mass here.
I'm 10 kgs like heavier. How did this happen? When did this happen?
Yeah.
So I think something like that like happened, and then I was like, I have to take the fitness like very, very seriously.
Right.
So I started lifting. Then I started running as well.
For those who are watching this, who have started a job and want to stay fit at the same time in their 20s, what are the 3 steps that you want them to follow?
First thing is like, people will say that I don't have time for it. But the moment that you start going to the gym and working out, like you'll somehow magically start making more time. I don't know why. Is it because your efficiency is higher? Or is it because I don't know what magic happens there. But in fact, my output also increased. But also at the same time, I'm also able to do more stuff. So start going to the gym, be consistent for like a week, and you don't need to go every day. Like you literally don't need to, and in fact, you should not go every day.
3 to 4 times.
3 to 4 sessions a week is good enough, right? And people function in a lot of different ways. Some people need like a specific time. Ki main Monday 6 a.m. hi jaunga, bro. We as founders, especially I can't relate with that because maybe Monday 6 a.m. I'll have to fly to Mumbai. So I know that either today or tomorrow I have to do a session. So I'll try to schedule either today or tomorrow. This is the way that I work.
Yeah.
Right?
And get a physical trainer, I think.
Get like a physical trainer. But if you have been like, if you get a trainer for like 6 months, uske baad, you would not learn much from him. Apart from being keeping you consistent.
I think accountability is the only
Yeah.
reason you should get a trainer.
Correct.
Baki to you can learn from anywhere, but just that form correction and just someone who can call me up in the morning
And wake you up. So I've solved this problem because initially I started getting fat. I was like, bro, I can't look on the camera. I'm not feeling confident to record videos and stuff. So what I did was I went to Decathlon. I bought the gym. So what I did is like home gym equipments. So if you look at my home, it's a 3 BHK, and then a hall is a place where you can sit and watch TV, but it's connected with like a home gym.
Okay.
So I can do squats. I have that entire machine, and then I also have like a upper body machine. I have like if I don't want to go out and run, I also have like a treadmill. So I've made like this. The point is, sometimes what happens is like my society also has a gym, but sometimes I don't want to dress up and go there. I barely would have 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and I want to quickly do the workout.
Yeah.
Right? So at that point of time, if I have to go there, then my like pre-workout, it will take at least 10-15 minutes to get activated.
So you make it effortless at home itself.
Yes. So my principles of life is like, whatever the things that I want to do, I'll try my best to remove all the frictions. And that is what keeps me consistent.
So what is it for you?
To be very transparent, I've always neglected all this. This surely helps me learn a lot, because as someone who has been grinding, it's
Writing
very
code.
yes.
Writing code.
It's very easy to get distracted to just working. And for the past 1 year, I've been trying to get better at this, but this is still something I struggle with. And for the past 1 year, I've hired a cook. I eat healthy now. And I play badminton a lot. So I think that is one cardio activity that helps me for sure.
But gym, you have not started yet.
No. I do sometimes. I have tried it, but I think, I haven't gotten the flow. Maybe I should get a trainer or something. But yes, I would be happily sharing this, being transparent, because everyone struggles with something. And this is something
I think
struggle
that the protein and creatine intake is the real deal to gain.
So I've spent a lot of time, researching about it, trying to get all of these things in. There are like 4 things that I would like majorly consider. The first one is, if you're going to gym, are you trying to give, is the volume enough? Some people overtrain, some people undertrain. So you should probably try to do good number of sets, 4 to 5 sets of your whatever that you try to do. But also at the same time, give enough time for the body to recover. So, going to the gym or running, but then also sleeping. My sleep is so fucked up. Like, it is too bad.
What's on your finger?
It's a ultra-human ring.
How do you use that?
Majorly for the same thing. I track my sleep, as I was just saying. First one is you go to gym, you run, and then you come back, and are you like resting enough, right? And then comes the first supplement, which is the amount of protein that you take. When I'm like rigorously hitting the gym, I have like great targets. I have to hit that PR and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm overeating, but also at like 120, 130, 150 grams of protein every day, right? But if I'm like chill, then I have the amount of, my body weight is around 65, 66 right now. So I have that amount, 1.2x or 1x of that.
Right.
So protein, the volume of workout, recovery, which is sleep, protein, and then comes the other supplements like creatine. So what creatine does is like it stores water
Increases the
content
water,
inside your muscle.
retention
Correct.
for your muscles.
So what happens is like your recovery improves because of creatine, and also it's one of the most researched drug on the planet. So
See, I was talking to a friend and he said that he started taking like 10 grams of creatine every day.
you start.
And he is saying that it helps you with brain function.
Yes,
So
it
it
also
improves
does.
memory. You're able to like think more clearly and faster
I've seen this on Twitter.
by just taking creatine.
I'm not sure about think more clearly and stuff, but I've obviously seen that I'm more active when I'm on creatine, but I also look a bit more bulged because the water retention is higher. I'm also able to lift more because of creatine. So volume of training, sleep, which is recovery, protein, and creatine. These are the 4 things that you
Right.
should. And also don't aim for like a specific physique.
Right.
What I would do is like I'd aim for PRs. For example, last the recent run that I've done, 5 kilometers in like 20. I'm not sure if it's 29 or 31, whatever it is. So I was like, can I be faster next time? So let's say if you're able to deadlift 120, 130 kgs, can I do a bit more next time?
Right.
Right? So
Intensity is your mantra basically.
not intensity, but then
You want to go and like lift the most that you can.
again, you'll have to condition your body to do it. For example, if this is the first time you're lifting 120 kgs, I would say you stick to lifting 120 kgs for like a month, right? And probably build that strength. And then next month you can try to lift more. So just like every single thing in life, you have to go step by step.
Yeah, I think my journey for fitness has been mostly for maintenance because I travel so much. There's very little time that I'm consistently in Bangalore, and whenever I am there, I always make sure that my trainer is here with me. So every day, in fact today as well, we went to the gym. Today I did like a full body workout, and my goal is just to make sure that I am fit and healthy, and I'm able to like reduce some fat. So today we did like abs, and then I went for something functional, like you do badminton. So I tried playing tennis, and I think that is also great.
Yeah.
Like you don't even need to like pressurize yourself कि मुझे ये करना ही है, या फिर अगर मैं 2 साल से जिम कर रहा हूँ, मुझे बॉडी नहीं बन रही, एब्स नहीं आ रहे, something wrong with me. ऐसा नहीं होता. I think it just like makes you a lot more like active throughout the day as well.
Yeah.
That people don't talk about enough.
And diet. I think diet.
What's your diet?
Well, I eat twice a day.
That's
and
it.
So I'm very underweight. I've been underweight since I was like a child, basically. So lately I've been trying to grow, drink all these shakes, like heavy calorie shakes. And this has surely helped me. Like I was like 52 kgs in the beginning of this year, and now I'm 58. So surely it's been working. And normally my diet is like I eat chicken and rice in the lunchtime, something lightweight in the dinner.
What do you have in the morning? Nothing?
If I wake up at time, I just drink a juice.
What
like
about you? What's the
I'm
first meal you're
fasting
having?
today.
Yeah, today you're fasting. Why is that?
So just like this, it's like once a week or something I started fasting. I don't do it very regularly, but then when I'm conscious about, okay, this is the target for this month, I have to be at this weight or whatever, that is when I start doing it. And it is majorly because sometimes you need to give your body, like the entire intestine and stuff, to do the cleaning itself. So what happens is like your body gets more like better, activated better the next time that you have food. So usually there's multiple things that you can do.
Right.
Some people also do intermittent fasting, which is like they have like a
17,
window.
16
hours, 18 hours, depends upon how intense you want to go. But what I've realized is like I would rather not eat one entire day, so that my blood glucose levels, whatever is there, that gets exhausted. The final food which is there inside the stomach, that also gets digested. And then it can have like a complete reset.
Okay.
So,
Interesting. I think I've done like a max of 17, 18 hours of intermittent fasting, but never gone like 24 hours without food.
I think you should try it, if not once every week, at least once every month. Good start. And it doesn't matter if you want to cut weight, grow weight, once a month doesn't really matter. And it also helps with your, what I've seen is like, because it's so hard in the beginning to do, you'll also improve the way you do other tasks.
You'll become mentally stronger.
Yeah, stronger.
Yeah.
Thank
that's
God you
like
helped me
David
with the word over
Goggins.
there.
David Goggins. Enlighten your David Goggins. Inside.
No, I think everyone, you should definitely research about the fasting and these things. It's actually very good. Because like most of us will have like one layer of, the fat in the corner, because we sit a lot. Our work is about, sitting and coding or sitting and... So what happens is like that layer of fat, it never gets tapped in. Doesn't matter if you're working out very rigorously or whatever, because you always have the blood sugar levels or the undigested, these things.
You always have more fat.
Correct.
For your body.
And also you have food in your stomach. It's not like completely gone. You have extra calories in your stomach.
Yeah.
So I think this reset is something which is working really well.
And how does the Ultra Human Ring help you?
Bro, I don't go very deep into it.
Because I use Whoop and you also use Whoop.
I use Whoop too.
To track sleep and workouts. And like it's really helpful to see the recovery and how much I've recovered. Then I can optimize my sleep. It tells me when to wind down.
Sleep, ideally, yes.
But it's also weird because there was a study recently which said that just because it says that, hey, you're at 20% recovery and not 100% recovery, you will have a worse day compared to if you just did not know. So sometimes ignorance is bliss, like just not knowing. Like you would obviously know that you drank last night, so to right now morning you would feel worse.
Right.
But just knowing and seeing that number can actually negatively impact your day. Some people just don't want the digital things to look at or to measure your stuff.
While I agree, I also have like a different perspective. It's like, because we are all into entrepreneurship, right? We don't get like a monthly salary. What gets measured usually gets better. So maybe you'll have like a stressful day that day, but then eventually in a grand scheme of things, you'll be more conscious about what you're eating, how you're sleeping and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't, while it might stress you out for that day, I think on a longer run, because you know what is happening with your life, you're not sleeping enough, you'll try to put tiny steps towards that direction to sleep better.
Some people see that the Whoop tells them that you are stressing out. And then start stressing out because they are stressing out.
And then it's like big.
Like a never-ending loop. It gets worse. You're stressing out about stressing out.
No, I agree about the long-term data because like one day I was randomly checking what are my average steps in the last 1 year. And I was shocked to see, wow, it's 12K, which is good. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't check this every day because then I would be stressed out that today I didn't reach this goal. But for long-term, I think it's surely helpful.
I mostly look at three things. We were speaking about this outside as well. First is the sleep, which basically tells me like how was my sleep. Because sometimes you go to bed at 12 or 1 and you wake up at like 9 a.m. You assume that you had like 8-9 hours of sleep. But then you're like toppling 20 times, 25 times. Your brain was not still active. The REM is very, very low. So you're not having good dreams. And not just that, because your REM is like really, really poor. You're not getting good ideas, right? So I'd like to know what happened. So sleep is something that I want to track. And the second thing is like your cardio age, because now that I got into running and stuff, I'd like to see at a point of time, my cardio age, it was like showing, I don't know how true it is, but most of the people say that it's widely true. It was showing 32. You have seen that, right? So I had to actively start running again. I had to actively walk again. So. Right. In a long term, 6 months later, my age is like 25 right now. It's showing like 22, 23, 24. So again, long term wise, cardio age is one more thing that I track. Sleep is one thing that I track. But apart from that, I track the recovery. Like last session was this. How good was the recovery? If my sleep is good, recovery is also good usually. But then, yeah, these are the top 3 things that I
Yeah.
track. And I did not get a Whoop because it's a monthly subscription.
Yeah, it's like I think 20,000 rupees for the year.
Right, right.
Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, I think
I-
it is. It surely makes me.
I've spent like 26,000 or 27,000 rupees on this, and it's like a one-time purchase.
Yeah.
Like this is my philosophy with life, which is like I'll try to not have things.
Buy once and own it.
Yeah, not I don't want EMIs. I don't want more EMIs because my subscriptions are already high. Like I don't
You
want.
don't want commitment. You just want like, oh, yeah, we ho gaya, but once.
Oh my god.
So I think Whoop does a lot of cloud processing too using AI. So you
Yeah.
can upload your blood reports and it's gonna show you everything compiled at once. I
Yeah.
think that's why they charge a recurring fee.
I even use the Whoop to just like get an idea. So I was like in the flight and I was telling it that, hey, you know how much I've slept in the last week. Now I'm on this 22-hour flight to US in New York. This is the time difference. I have a 10 a.m. India time call to take. So now tell me when to sleep, when to wake up accordingly, based on what you know about me. And it made a very interesting plan. It's like sleep for 2 hours now, as soon as you reach New York, then don't sleep. Do anything, whatever you can, just don't sleep. Because if you sleep now, then you will mess up the entire routine for you. And I was just in New York for 2 days. So I didn't even like have to adjust to the New York time zone entirely.
Got it.
I think that's the best ROI I got because of I travel so much.
So what happens is like your sleep usually happens in cycles. So that is the reason like it is better to have one cycle of sleep instead of multiple cycles of sleep.
Right.
So like the moment that you start and you go into the deep sleep zone, you don't want to disturb yourself because then you'll start having headaches,
Right.
all that stuff. That is, I think that is one good use case.
But let's talk about AI tools. Priyam, what AI tools do you use
Well,
that people don't normally know about? Let's start there and then tell me about how you use Claude or ChatGPT. How do you use it effectively?
Well, there's this popular one actually I want to talk about, which is OpenClaw. And a lot of people might not know about it too. It's just the developers community. I would
What is
assume.
OpenClaw? Do you know about OpenClaw?
I've seen a couple of videos, but then I think he'd be the best one to explain it.
So OpenClaw is like you install it on a computer and you can now interact with the entire computer using just a chat app like Telegram. So you can ask it to, hey, open blinkit.com and order this for me at 8 a.m. You can basically automate anything. And I use it a lot. For example, something I use it with is product intel. So I have all my competitors, like I've given my OpenClaw bot every URL. I call it Alfred, by the way, because of the whole Batman reference. So I give my Alfred all these URLs and I ask it, hey,
Do you also think that you are Batman?
well, it's heavily inspiring. Bruce Wayne is a heavily inspiring character, right? So it checks all the competitors, their social media accounts and everything.
Right.
And they're like, hey, Vijay is missing this new feature. Like they're already using Opus 4.7 now. So we need to implement this. And I have this whole implementation where it would, mention all my team in an announcement page, like on Discord. And they're all gonna know, hey, it's time to add Opus 4.7. So this is one of my most useful things I do with it. And also content planning and stuff. So lately I've been trying to create content. It has access to my Trello board, plus it knows all the context about my life. What's different here compared to something like ChatGPT is that it can actively, it's because it's its own computer, it can actively open websites. It can
Takes up your actions and then like executes on your behalf.
Right, it can read stuff like that's like locked behind a sign-in page and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like it has so much context of you, and it can generate more tailored stuff based to your life. Like as a creator, it can give you, hey, Ishan went to this podcast with these two people, maybe create a reel about it. So it knows everything that you're doing entire day.
And so it's like an open source thing that you download on your laptop.
Yes.
And then you can set it up and you don't have to pay for it.
No, you don't have to pay for it, but you do have to pay for your AI subscription. So you can just use your ChatGPT subscription with it. So a lot of people are using the $20 a month one. But I use the $100 a month one because I use it a lot. But you can use, something like a lot of people are actually buying Mac Minis, like the cheapest possible Apple computer, so that it can be on a Mac computer, so that you can make it do things like, hey, download this picture and airdrop it to me once you're home, and it can actually airdrop it to you, just like how a normal person would. So it's like an assistant who's virtual and it has access to its own computer. So I have even given it an email through my Google Workspace account, and I email it some random stuff like, hey, I just got this contract. Can you review this for me? And this is something I would have to, do more steps with normal chat GPT. But here I can just forward the email and I'm like, hey, check this email for me. And then send it back, like do this and fill the form and send it back. So I really love
And apart from OpenClaw, what else do you use?
So there's this other one called Hermes, which is like an alternative to OpenClaw. It's the same thing, but their whole formula is different. People are saying it's better. So I've lately been experimenting with both, but they both do the same thing. Basically control a computer through, just chatting with it. So
any other AI tools that you use every day?
Well, I do use Claude Code for sure.
Yeah. Claude Code is the holy grail. I think once Claude Design came out, Figma stocks fell by 6-7%.
Yeah. Have
Yes.
you ever tried Claude Design?
Yes,
Yeah.
Claude Design is great too, right?
It is wild, bro. I was on a subway. I was in New York and I saw that tweet कि वो it fell. I quickly went. It was like 1 a.m. and I just shot that video. कि भाई, this is insane. Like, it's able to create full-fledged websites and designs, pitch decks, anything that you want it to do.
The point is, a lot of people who are on the internet will look at this video or similar videos and be like, oh, now I don't need to learn the skill, right? But I think there's a slight gap that people are missing. Like Claude Code, Claude Design, it can obviously generate a lot of good websites and all that stuff. But the final layer of the work, which is probably if you're a good designer, you'll be able to make better decisions about what it did right, what it did wrong. So I think the first 80% Claude Code can definitely do it, but the final 20% manually you still have to do it for now. That is the only problem that
You
I
agree
see.
with that?
For sure. I think even us founders...
Have you ever just like prompted Claude Code and just built something and shipped it without interacting with the code yourself?
Well, I have. I was just doing it for a YouTube video, which I haven't posted yet. But yes, I was trying to build an iOS app and I've done it like entirely with Claude Code without
Expo
touching...
Go.
Yes, Expo Go. So it was only for iOS. With using Expo Go, you can make Android apps too, but I just built an iOS app and it worked great. But also depends on the complexity. Something like, video generation software, I don't think we're there yet. But it also depends, you have to know some basics of coding to be able to just interact with AI and build something.
Correct.
So I think Claude Design is great too because, it's too good. It has context of so many, great design principles of the world.
And the skills that you can add to it. There's a
Yes.
front-end design skill as well that you can use. But what else do you do with Claude? Is that your favorite AI tool?
Well, my favorite would surely be OpenClaw because that thing is crazy. Even if you have something like Meta glasses, you can also install OpenClaw on that, and you can just walk around and have a screen here, and that tells you constantly that.
But compared to like ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and Claude,
compared to that,
like which one would you pick?
I would definitely, if this was a month ago, I would choose Claude. But ever since GPT 5.5 has come out, it's much better.
Yeah.
For sure, it's
how is it better than Claude?
First off, for some reason, I feel like it's just smarter. Like if you, make it do things like ask life advice to. I do a lot of that on.
You ask life advice from Claude and ChatGPT.
Well, sometimes
You have 20. I have 20 rupees right now. What should I do? ChatGPT goes like, bro, you should invest it. Claude is like, 20 rupees is not life changing. Go fuck.
No, it would say buy your more usage of mine.
Oh my god.
I just like
credit
how-
limits.
One day I sat down and gave it context from the day I was born. I gave it everything. I went to this school, and I just like how it knows everything about me.
That is wild.
Right. So I do that too a lot. I think that's what I interact with.
And do you
ChatGPT.
think it's good with giving advice?
Pretty much. You have to be good with prompting. Like otherwise, it's just gonna say. You can say things like, "Hey, I murdered this person." It's gonna be like, "Oh, that's just okay," right? It used to be like that 1 year ago, but now you can just make it be strict with this and tell me what really to do about this, right?
But I think your ChatGPT or Claude is as stupid as you. Because if
How long were you waiting to crack this statement?
last 15-20 seconds when he actually said, obviously you need to know how to prompt. Yeah. If you write poor prompts, you're gonna get poor responses.
Absolutely.
Like that's like
So
there.
how do you write your prompts? Is there a structure to it?
Yeah, like I first try to give it or assign it, bro, you are this. You have some experience. So that
Bro,
it
you're
gets
not stupid.
For example, if I'm writing a script, if I want a review on the script, then I'll be like, "You're the greatest. This is, this is how I'd want you to think." Imagine some Donald Trump is writing the script.
Oh God.
No, but this is very serious. Like there are some instances when you'd want the
You give it a role.
Correct. You'd want to give it a role. And this is as specific. I go as specific as these people. Trump ke.
No, I have a very interesting use case. So when I had my US visa interview, I told it you are a consulate officer who rejects everyone, but like you are very strict about it basically.
Correct.
And then it was my boss assistant and it would interview me and it was
Yeah.
super helpful.
So
The
you give it
funniest
like a
thing
role.
The funniest thing is, there was a person who took a picture of their teacher, uploaded it to Claude, and said, "Tell me what question this person would ask based on how they look tomorrow in the exam."
Imagine you reject all the boys who approach you. Now let's do one-on-one for 30 minutes. But yeah, you give it a role and then you give it enough context. And then, but you also explain like what you want in a
And what do
step-by-step
you
way.
use AI for? ChatGPT for?
Bro, Claude, I think it generates good scripts, great scripts and all that stuff. But my go-to is still ChatGPT for some reason. Obviously, I can take out all that stuff, put it into Claude, give it enough context about me. But I feel ChatGPT is great at a couple of things. Again, I think you'd be the best one to talk about that, especially the models and stuff. But my use case for Claude is completely different from using ChatGPT. For example, if I want a review on something, I would ask Claude. But if I want to like get like a draft very instantly about something, I don't want to put my mind into it, then I'll give it to ChatGPT.
So you're saying like for more like quick questions that you want to ask and quiz, ChatGPT is
ChatGPT
better.
is-
And for something which requires a lot of like deep reasoning and ability, that's where Claude comes.
It also depends upon the context both of them have, right? I was lazy not to shift everything to Claude.
You don't know how to do that.
I know, like it's just
There
a
is
couple of buttons.
Yeah.
I know.
There is a prompt that you can enter in ChatGPT.
And then
So
it'll
it
give you
takes-
everything. You just have to copy
Yeah.
and then put it there.
Yeah.
But again, as I said, I was lazy to do that.
Also, Claude is very expensive, I would say, for normal people. Like the Opus model, to get access to it, you have to pay $20 a month, but that's like very limited. You
Yeah.
can send only like 20 messages per day or something. You would normally have to subscribe to the $200 plan if you want to really use it.
You blink your eye and the quota is exhausted.
So, but I think he spoke about the most, popular AI tools already. OpenClaw, it's the talk of the town. Claude Design, Claude Skills, talk of the town. Also spoke about ChatGPT, the new version OpenAI. But I want to talk about a couple of tools, especially for video creators, which is the C dance model, which is there in Hicksfield.
You tried?
Yeah, like
Bro, it is so wild.
it is. It is really, really good.
So I tried something with it. I basically recorded a video in which I had a hand and I was doing this. And I then put it into C dance and I said, put a butterfly on my hand and when I blow air, make it go away from the frame.
Yeah.
And in 2 minutes, I had a video that looked so real.
Yeah. The only problem that I have with that is the video generation is still too slow for me to use it on a daily basis. Text is so fast, it's like snap of fingers.
Yeah.
But then this will take you like at least 30 seconds to 1 minute to 2 minutes. So what I have been using mostly this for is like initially motion graphics used to take a lot of time. Right? Even if you're using Remotion and Claude Code on top of it and ask it to do motion graphics for it, the best it can do is the minimal looking motion graphics, right? Which are like very, very simple, which a normal motion designer would probably do in like 5 minutes. So Remotion and Claude Code, I think both of these things for complex tasks, especially video generation, they're not still good enough. It'll take like I think at least 2-3 years more.
But basically the average video editor or motion designer job is gone. You need to be great.
Or it will be gone by the end of the year.
Like
for sure.
if I just learned editing enough to make the slop videos that VidAI generates, I don't have a job. Then I would just be unemployed.
Correct.
For sure, and it was a huge thing back
I think
back
it is
then.
the same with almost all the careers. Like if you're a mediocre software engineer, like ChatGPT does a better job than you, right? But especially with video, what is happening is like the generation speeds is too slow. It takes more credits. So obviously the time that this will stay in the market is longer,
Yeah.
right?
But,
But
the AI influencer part is crazy. Have you seen AI influencers on Instagram?
A lot of
There
these
is one influencer, she, or I should say it, is making 15 lakhs a month. 15 lakhs a month. Doing what?
I know.
Oh, so you're the one paying. So, like, they have this closed membership
Correct.
that you pay 150 rupees per month for, and apparently you get some AI generated images. People don't even know that this influencer is AI generated.
Yeah.
Like, they're replying to it as if it's like a real person. They're all like dancing reels, showing
There
their
are-
skin and getting like those thirsty men to sign up. And there'll be some balding fat guy in the background making 15 lakhs a month with that. Like, imagine the opportunity.
There are a lot of reels, a lot of posts about the same thing is also going viral right now, where they're trying to sell the workflow. It's like, bro, this is the influencer which is making like 15 lakh a month or whatever.
Here is the N10 workflow that can make
Correct. This is what the workflow that you have to use. And then comment this. Once they comment, there's like a paid subscription for it. Or, it's a
Right,
paid
but there
tool.
are so many good use cases about this whole AI influencer thing. Like we use it to run ads for our SaaS. So-
UGC ads you create.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we create all these UGC ads. There's an
CDAN is really
influencer.
good at that.
CDAN is surely good, but as he said, like it's very slow and plus it's not cost optimized yet. Surely
Yeah.
will be there in some time. It's just a matter of time. But what I also think is, according to so many studies, they say tokens and everything will get expensive in the future. While we get better models and better everything,
Right.
it's all going to be very expensive in the future. Like people don't realize how much money VCs are burning just to make people used to all this.
Correct.
Right?
And then they'll start charging for it.
Exactly, because something like Codex. So OpenAI has something called Codex,
Correct.
which is like the Claude code alternative, and it's now better than Claude code in my opinion. As someone who actively uses it every day,
Okay.
so it's too good. It's too generous
Yeah.
with its credits, and I just feel like it's way too generous.
So that the difference between Claude, Cowork and the OpenAI Codex is that Codex, you can run multiple actions in the background of your laptop. So let's say you're replying to emails and you give it 5 tasks that, hey, cut this video, hey, organize my desktop, hey, do 2 more things. It will continue to do that using your desktop, your laptop, while you can reply to your emails or do any other thing. With Claude Cowork, it actually takes control of your entire computer. So you cannot like do anything on it. So I think that is what makes Codex much better. So I got like a demo of this by the ChatGPT team, and I think that was really, really impressive how it can just like do so many things. And I think it also has a better limit. It doesn't exhaust
It
as
has
quickly.
much better limit.
Much
it has
better.
a much better limit.
I think people shit on Claude for the same reason. It's like all the credits just get vanished out of like thin air. Like you don't do anything, bro. Like I was just using this for like half an hour. Credits are gone already.
No, but
I have to
Claude-
spend more.
But Claude is so much better in the way that they are approaching their business. They just did a partnership with BlackRock and other VC firms. The idea is that if they partner with the VC firms, all of the investing companies who have been invested in all the companies that BlackRock have put money in will now get access to Claude in a jiffy.
Ah.
So imagine creating millions of dollars of MRR just like
just
that.
because you're
Just because they
partnered up.
partnered with BlackRock.
Exactly, but I've also seen a lot of people going against Claude because recently what they did was they banned using Claude subscriptions to be used in open source software like OpenClaw. So a lot of people were using their Claude Code subscription instead
Yeah.
of paying for the actual API. So
Yeah.
now they have a fixed cost, only $200 or $20 a month to be able to use an open source software.
Bro,
and they just banned it.
I genuinely think if you can't pay for ChatGPT or Claude, you should just use Gemma 4. Have you tried Gemma 4?
I have.
It's so good. Like you can take your phone, you can download the Google Edge Gallery app, and then in that you can download the smaller model of Gemma 4, which is like 4 billion or 2 billion parameters.
Exactly.
And for about 3-4 gigs of storage, you get a offline model which has no limits on your phone. So you could be using it for analyzing images, you can chat with it, you can ask it to do a bunch of other things as well. And that's so much better for people who don't want to pay as much. Plus on your laptop, you download it, you keep it forever.
But for the power user, I think like not a great model for you to do
30
anything.
the 30 billion
Absolutely.
parameter
It's just
model
fun
is
to
much
tinker
good.
around. It's
Yeah.
good to have it on your phone just for emergency cases. Imagine if your internet goes away
Correct.
too, right?
Yeah,
So-
it was glitchy. So I asked it. I was flying to Vadodara. So I was asking ki why is Vadodara called like that? Like why is the name Vadodara? So it said that because this is the capital of the state. So then I posted that screenshot on my stories and I got belted in the comments. People were like, this is wrong. Gandhinagar is the capital of Gujarat. Vadodara is not. And I'm like, how is that possible? Like this model just hallucinated in front of me. And he was so confident at it.
I think all the models are confident about whatever they say until you correct them first,
Yeah.
right? So I've seen every single model hallucinate at this point. So
Especially with numbers and all. If you ask it to count back and do
Yeah.
things like that.
they don't have the skill to also maintain time. For example, like if you open ChatGPT and you be like, bro, I'm going on a run. I've seen this video somewhere where someone is like, I'm starting to run right now. Can you count how long will I run? And then ChatGPT is like, yeah, sure, let's go. He starts running and comes back and asks, how long did I run? And ChatGPT is like, you have done really well. That's impressive.
Bro,
Like, tell me numbers.
insane. Like, you can ask ChatGPT to turn this link into a QR code. It will do it. Like here's a QR code. It will not work.
Because there are also a lot of apps which charge for this at this point.
But that's the thing. So now we are entering an era in which you don't need to pay for all the subscriptions. Like the simple thing that people pay for is like editing their PDF, right? They would pay Adobe Acrobat for that. Now you can build a tool with Claude Code which can do all those edits for you. My friend, he was about to pay for DocuSign, which is expensive.
Correct.
So he just asked Claude Code that, hey, just build a software that can like electronically sign my documents. And it built it. Like over the night, he just woke up and it was working well for him. So now he has a local DocuSign alternative and he will cancel the subscription. And this is the future of SaaS
Exactly.
going ahead.
It's very interesting because I've been relying on this industry for like the last couple years, and it's very interesting to see this happen. Also makes me happy because things like being in here in India, we have so many compliance burdens and all that. So even I have like make me a very specific compliance dashboard for me, like, hey, tomorrow is GST filing and all that. So I love how the direction we're moving into with all this, but it also has killed a lot of startups. Like there were so many simple things, like you mentioned PDF. So there's like this whole I love PDF.com and all that.
Yeah.
So much of that you can now just do locally by asking Claude.
Exactly. You don't even use image editing software. You can just ask it to, hey, edit this image, cut
Right.
this, remove the background, all locally.
Also, which brings me to the new GPT images, if you guys have used it. It's
I
really
love
good.
it. Yeah.
I did.
It's exceptionally great at making YouTube thumbnails.
Exactly. The text now is so good. It used to be so bad like 2 years ago, 1 year ago or something. But now the text is so believably good.
Because it back then when it got released, it obviously did not have enough data and
Of
it was
course.
not optimized for it. But 2 years of a lot of creators using it, I think we only gave it enough data to get better.
Bro, it made these crazy like newspaper style photos for me.
What was this?
So this is just a newspaper article, but like if you zoom in, you can actually like read the whole thing. The details are all there about
Is this
this
Claude or
article.
is this
GPT,
GPT
image.
images
Oh.
2.0.
And that's really impressive. It got my face really well. This is like a movie poster, anime, and it just gets it in all types of editing. So
I think the Photoshop guys is also like done.
Photoshop is
For
like
sure.
cooked now.
And there were so many startups about, animating your face and all. Those are all
Yeah.
dead too.
Bro, they used to charge a lot of money.
Exactly.
Like very simple apps where you have to give 20 images of yourself and then you can generate a certain style.
I know, yeah.
I used
They
to
made
pay
so
for
much
them.
money.
Yeah, they were like there for 15, 20 months, but I think made like a lot.
They made millions and millions.
Exactly. They sold their companies too at time.
I think everyone should be dating. Like
Yeah.
date as much as possible. And like figure out, forget about the person. You will just learn so much about yourself. Like what is okay with me, what is not okay with me. Because when you directly get into like that arranged situation, you don't have a lot of like things to compare it with. Okay, this works, this does not work. It teaches you a lot about yourself. I think that's the best part. You were
Having a
saying-
crush on someone out of our league pushes us to work more harder.
Oh.
Like back when I was in college, I had a crush on someone like I knew like I definitely
Was it
got
a senior?
rejected. No, batchmate.
Okay.
But yeah, just because I was like, yeah, she's my crush and stuff. I
Did
think
you go and confess?
after a while, yes,
Hmm.
a couple of years
क्या बोली
later.
फिर वो?
No, I lost interest by the time.
अरे
She was then I got out of her league, so I was like,
You what? Bro, what is league? League क्या होता है भाई? What is league, bro? Yeah, I feel like it's great to get married by 26, 27.
Oh, that's close.
So that
so we'll get married in the same year.
how dare you get born 1 year earlier than me? I'll catch you when you're married. No, but I feel like it gives you a lot of stability and freedom. Like you might think that मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Like how is that possible? But now that you have one thing sorted,
You can
you
focus
can
on
now
other
figure
things.
out other things much more easily.
Correct.
And you just feel much more calmer in life, is what my perspective is. It might change.
No,
next
that is
year.
because you have enough money where even if you don't work for the rest of the life, you'll still be fine.
But you're talking about travel. What is the best place you've traveled to?
Well, I'm a huge fan of New York. I think that was very fun.
Do you think in 20s, New York is the best place to travel, to go to?
Well, it depends. I think if you're in tech, San Francisco is surely the better city to be in. So it depends for a lot of people. Again, we cannot generalize this. For me, my favorite city was New York because bachpan se I used to watch Spider-Man, and also it was a different joy to see that in real life. you know.
Yeah.
So I've been there 3 times now, and I just cannot stop going back. It's so much fun.
Bro, but New York is so noisy. Like there's just so much happening.
That's
I
true.
feel like you would constantly be like trying to make sense of it all. There's so much that you are seeing and taking in. I don't even know how people stay focused at their work.
And it's super cold too.
No, bro,
My God.
every person I know in New York who is Desi is struggling to find a partner, a love partner to be with. They are struggling to find stability in their life, but they love the city because the thrill that it gives. But then I know people who are in their 40s who live like 2 hours away New York. They live in New Jersey. And they live in like a very big not even apartment, like a house, big wooden house, like a typical American house. And they just live there. They don't care about like living in Manhattan and all, but they're living their life and they're happy.
Two opposites.
The two sides. But what city do you think is the best place you've traveled to?
So first things first, I've never gone abroad. So never
Oh,
took
wow.
a foreign trip. So I'm saving up for not like in terms of money.
Do you not like traveling?
Not much. I don't know why, but then never been a fan of traveling much. So that side of mine is still not explored.
Have you
Like,
traveled for leisure? Like just in India?
India, I've been like everywhere. But again, like I've never enjoyed it. I don't feel like, oh now I've come.
So India mein, what was the best place you traveled to?
India, mein, I think, see, for me again, I usually talk about I don't like traveling or all this stuff because for me the company matters more. For example, I've gone to like very silly places like Asol or let's say Goa with my friends, and I had like a lot of fun with a certain groups of friends like in college. But whenever I try to go alone, I don't like it. Whenever I go for work, I don't like it much.
Yeah.
So I've never given enough time to think about, oh, I have to now visit New York or probably Japan or whatever. But
What about you in India?
Well, in India, I mean, I think I really enjoyed Mumbai. I love cities because it's very inspiring to just
You
look
like
at
the
it.
metropolitan vibe.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. I feel like the best place I traveled to recently was actually in Goa. And I know it sounds cliche.
Yeah.
But you go to South Goa, which is much more calm.
Calm.
And there's a particular beach called Patnam Beach. It's like further south of Palolem Beach as well. And it's just like bliss. You will think that you're in like abroad. There's like so many interesting people to meet, creative people. They're trying out new hobbies like going for like a horse riding or surf. They would do hatha yoga. They would be having smoothie bowls. And that's just a very interesting environment to be in. I think everyone should like give a trip to South Goa and try it out. It's like the opposite of the clubbing, the party scene of Goa that you've seen. But I just love the idea of it.
So one of my seniors, his name is Vikrant. So he was in the hustle culture. He made like a lot of money, and he currently got settled down in Goa. So we did a short film together and all that stuff. So that is why I say like the Patnam beach that you're trying to say right now. I think it's a very chill place for you to get settled as well, except for the weather. Like,
Yeah, Nikhil Kamath is there. A couple of other people I know, they live in Goa as well, which is really interesting.
But
I think
how-
it's too humid for me.
very humid, very humid. But if you live in IIT Kharagpur, which is also very humid, you would not mind Goa's.
If you can
humidity.
survive IIT Kharagpur, you can do anything in life, I think.
So, but why do you guys like traveling? Like, I never understood. Like, why? What do you? Apart from the people that you meet, new cultures that you. So,
Bro, it is.
why do you like traveling?
It is insane. The type of people that you end up meeting. The first day when I landed in US was San Francisco, and I had not slept in the 22-hour flight. I just got up. I went to an IKEA. I found someone who recognized me, and then he was a founder of a VYC-backed startup. He took me to his house to show me like his co-founder and his office. Then we took a city bike. We rented a e-bike. We were on that bike. We cycled 2 hours to go to the Golden Gate Bridge. And then we came back in the night with a Waymo.
Okay.
And in the night, I was having chaat corner food. I was having like samosa chaat in San Francisco. That was my first day of US. Insane experience. I probably slept like 10 hours after that. I was so burnt out. But I will always remember that as like the peak experience that I've had. And I have so many stories like that. I was about to go to Japan. The Japan flight from India, I was about to be deported. I was about to be deported back to India because I tried sitting in the business class without having the ticket for it. It's a very funny story. But I have so many stories like that. And the people that I end up meeting, it unlocks a lot of opportunities because then brands perceive you as this international creator. So you're no longer just like a person in India, in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore creating content. You're an international creator. You can travel wherever you want. You can shoot content. You can meet people. You have that experience. You have that exposure. So it's not new for you. It's routine. And because of that first US trip and the content created around US, I got so many opportunities. Like last month I was in Vegas for Adobe Summit. This month I'm going for Google I/O in Mountain View. Next month I'm going to London. And in March, I went to London again for the Apple event. And all of these things are happening back to back. So in a year, I probably end up doing like 6 US trips, 1 trip to London. And I'm just like so in love with this whole idea of meeting people. It's also too much now for me. So I want to reduce that. But I think everyone should experience this life of traveling.
Got it.
And I'm a creator, so I travel because I create content. But even if someone is like a coder, you can travel for events that happen. Like WWDC is happening by Apple. So you can apply for the Swift Student Challenge. And then if you get accepted, you basically get a trip paid by Apple all the way to Cupertino for the WWDC event if you end up winning. So there are so many examples like these in which companies really fly you out to have interesting experiences. Like I went to San Francisco and my mind flipped because I met these 20-year-olds who've never, worked in a job or never studied in a college degree. What they did was they came to San Francisco. These are like people from Germany or France or any other place, Philippines. They don't have a startup ecosystem there. So they migrated to this place, which is like the hot boiling pot for talent around the world, condensed here. It's a 7 mile by 7 mile radius city.
Okay.
You can reach anywhere in like 20 minutes. But the point is, that guy came here. He lives in this startup incubator place. So he works there for free, builds tools, launches it, and promotes it through launch videos on Twitter, makes some initial revenue, either gets funded or flips the business, sells it to someone else, or does something else. That guy, in a span of 1 year, would have had so many experiences. And the proximity to high high net worth individuals is insane when you live in San Francisco. So it opened up so many new things about what else can I do. Like I learned that I can make content, but I can also work as a advisor for all these new AI companies.
Correct.
I can be charging them, let's say, $5,000 to $10,000 per month, and I can have 10 of these companies who I advise on like a weekly basis. I have like one call with their marketing team in which I tell them how to create viral content. That's it, and they'll happily pay me for that. So just like these things, which I never knew could be possible, are accessible to me just because I started traveling more. This is still for work, but I feel like just traveling in general opens up your mind so much.
Got it.
I went to London just for fun. I learned so many new things. I reached out to the Royal Institute. That's where Michael Faraday discovered everything, magnetism, and its connection with electricity. They used to do these like interesting experiments in front of people. So because I reached out to them, I was standing in that hall where 200 years ago, Michael Faraday used to stand and give experiments in front of everyone. So it's like the history and legacy of that place I'm able to experience in person.
Got it.
Like you would understand it as a science person, we would all have read this.
I think Ishan has now convinced me at least to just
I mean,
travel.
forget the money. It's just so much cool to just be in that place. Like every corner of London has history.
No, of course. Like even going to something like New York, right? Seeing the Rockefeller Tower, just seeing that video of the way he built it back in the day. It's just so inspiring.
Yeah.
And the thing about traveling is also like for myself, I imagine the world as like a video game, and it's like the world is your map, and you have
Clash of Clans, but really.
something like that, right? And you must explore the world because you only live once. Maybe you find some other place where you genuinely feel belong to. Like for me, I love America because it's like it feels like it's everyone. So like I walk out somewhere and it's going to be people from 5 different countries. So I really love that whole international vibe about every city. And like you can relate with that stuff in London. So my co-founder lives in Fort Myers, Florida. I've been there and I just was able to see houses of Henry Ford and Thomas Edison. So they were neighbors. They used to live super close to each other.
Yeah.
It was so weird to see like these legends lived in these normal houses and all.
I'll
It's
give
such
you
a
one more
magical
story.
feel.
Yeah.
For why you should travel. Who is the richest man right now?
Is it not Elon?
Elon. The second richest?
I'm sure.
It is Bernard Arnault. He's
Okay.
the founder of LVMH group, the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy group. Now, he used to be in France, but he took a trip to New York. This is like back when he was no one. And he sat in a yellow taxi. And the first thing they say, hey, you're from Paris. He said, yes. So he said, okay, so then you would know Christian Dior. Like that was the global brand then. This is like 1950s. And he said that that's really cool. And he realized that Christian Dior is the brand. And the number one secret to the rise of Bernard Arnault is not business or any other thing that he did. It was just learning about this one concept called LBO, leverage buyout. How did he learn that concept? He was living in Long Island near New York, right?
New York, yes.
And uska jo neighbor tha, his neighbor was actually the richest person of America at that time.
Okay.
And the one thing he taught him was LBO. The idea of buying companies by getting it financed by banks. So essentially you don't pay everything.
Correct.
You pay like a down payment on like a thing that you want to buy and the bank finances it and then you pay the bank dividends later on when you are selling it. So that way he was able to buy all of the companies that he has bought so far in the LVMH group. And I think that completely changed his life just because he took a trip to New York and met that person.
But probably also had enough credit. Banks don't give you 20-30 crore to buy something. But
Yeah, I mean, he had
good
some
credit.
success with one thing that he had built.
Correct.
So, धीरे-धीरे करके he built upon all the brands that he took.
Makes sense. I'll consider traveling this
Yeah.
year then.
Sure, and also having an eventful reason also helps. Like, bachpan se I really wanted to go see wrestling, see John Cena. So I recently went to see his last match.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was so much fun because I had a reason to travel to the US. So maybe find a event or something like that too.
Yeah.
Got it. Suggest me 2 places that I need to visit this year.
For fun or to like learn?
One for fun, one for
So you should go to Edinburgh.
Okay.
Edinburgh is a beautiful city. You will just love the streets,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is just so beautiful. It's in Scotland.
Okay.
And the second city, if you want to go for work, it should be New York.
As a creator?
Yeah, I think you love the vibe. Like that's where Elliot Choi was
Yeah.
became famous. You know all the vlogs.
I would highly suggest New York too. Like it should be in everyone's bucket.
No, I took that. Now it's something else.
Well, I would say Budapest. So Europe has
Romania.
lost. Yes,
Budapest, Romania.
Hungary.
Okay.
So a lot of Europe has been filled with immigrants, but like some of the northern European countries still have that European charm.
Okay.
And I would say Budapest is surely one of them still.
Is it where Andrew Tate lives?
No, he lives in Romania. It's south of Budapest.
You seem
Okay.
to be much more interested in
So
Andrew Tate.
I did an internship back when I was in second year of college,
Ah.
and the startup was based out of Romania.
Okay. But epic guys, this was a crazy podcast. I think we shot for like 3 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see
already-
कितना content आता है इसके
It's
ऊपर से.
8:30.
It's 8:30.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
thank you for coming. This was
pleasure.
epic. I think we discussed everything from money, life, something which was got
Sparkling
cut in the
water.
middle. Sparkling water. Why do you drink sparkling water? Tell me this as the last question.
Well, it's slower to drink.
Okay.
Feels nicer. Like I think US and Europe made me used to it more.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel fuller even when I'm not full.
ये भी try कर लो अगर कोई अभी तक देख रहा है वीडियो को अब try कर ही लेगा. Okay.
You don't drink sparkling water?
I do.
Not much. Not like the level
I
of carrying
I
it.
wouldn't normally drink it like on a normal day, but if I'm like flying out somewhere, going somewhere, then it is good.
Like a podcast, like what I did right now.
Yeah. Sure.
Because I don't do it every day either.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right. So this was so much fun here.
That was the podcast. If you have any questions, let us know in the comment section. The social will be linked in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one. पता नहीं कौन सा कैमरा चल रहा है इन सब में से, but we'll see you in the next video.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.